Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Take It to the Hizzy Fantasy Football TITTH number 45. I'm your host, Justin Bruni. We got a full house, full Hizzy tonight. I got Nick Davis and Emron Khan with me. Say what's up, guys.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on, everybody? Good to be back.
Yep, Take It to the Hizzy number 45. We're full house tonight, ready to take off. We're going to lead off with our injury report, how the league is looking coming into Sunday on a Thursday night. How we looking, Emron?
Not good, man. Looking like a college student on a Saturday morning. Hurt. Looking hurt right now. So, big names, your rookies, everybody. So, let's start off. You got Amari Cooper, limited today in practice in Dallas. The foot injury, kind of worrisome. You know, they had a disappointing loss on Sunday. They got Atlanta coming in. It's a really good matchup, so that's somebody you definitely want in your lineup. Henry Ruggs, he had a rest day today with his knee. That's really worrisome. You know, I saw him go out of the game on Sunday. Somebody with that speed, you definitely want him on the field also.
He did come back in the second half.
He did.
Gruden liked the toughness, but he only got like one target in the second half.
Yeah, so that was a little bit worrisome. And they play Sunday night. They play Monday night. The Raiders are debuting their new stadium, so you definitely want to see him out there. I will break this up with a little bit of good news for us, though. You got Miles Sanders, who's a full participant today in practice, so I know fantasy owners and Eagles fans are all going to be very excited. It just looked like on Sunday when they were upset, they really missed him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so he looks like on his way to play. Back to the sadness, unfortunately, though. A.J. Brown looking week to week with a bone bruise.
That's a bummer.
That's not great.
No, that's not great. Brandon Cooks, unfortunately, same place he was last week on the injury report with the squad. Not looking good. Juju was a good participant today, a full participant in practice, and looking good. While we're on the Steelers, Deontay Johnson and James Conner are also full participants.
Hey, James Conner.
He made it another week.
Hey, he could play. Good on him.
He might be losing his job though, to Benny Snell. But
Hey, don't hate it. I don't hate it.
one of the going back to the injuries now, Kenny Galladay, unfortunately, he missed last week against the Bears, the season opener. That was another team that really missed him. Did not practice today, man. It's a little bit worrisome. He's such an explosive receiver.
You got him in your touchdown prop.
I do.
It's not looking good.
Well, the good news is the Lions suck, so they're going to have to come back a lot, so they'll probably make it up.
A lot of passes.
He could get a lot of touchdowns in those 14 games.
Yeah. So we also have Michael Piron questionable, but it looks like he's on target to play on Sunday. I don't know how many targets and how many rushes he's going to get with the.
All they got is Frank Gore.
The GOAT, Frank Gore, man.
Yeah. Le'Veon Bell to the IR.
For 3 weeks, yeah, not
Shocker.
fun. Yeah, we call that. Sticking with the Jets, though, unfortunately, one of the people that did show up for them on Sunday, Jamison Crowder, looking a little bit banged up this week. Hopefully he plays, but that's just something to keep in track. For the Dolphins, you got Preston Williams and Devontae Parker that have been banged up this week. Preston Williams, unfortunately, was a full participant today. Devontae Parker is still questionable, limited participation today. Wrapping up the last few folks, the big folks to keep in mind. A couple of Broncos. Philip Lindsay did not practice today. It's a little bit worrisome for the backfield and their depth. Cortland Sutton, who also missed the season opener for the Broncos, he's practiced today.
It's looking better.
Looking questionable. I think he's on track to hopefully play on Sunday. Golden Tate was involved today in individual drills for the Giants, so he should be a participant on on Sunday's game. The one, last but not least, the one that is probably, I'll ask you guys a question of these, which one worries you the most. George Kittle did not practice today. Did you guys see that hit on Sunday?
Which one?
Right?
The suicide pass one?
The one where his knee stayed in place and his body kind of clapped.
But I guess the one I should ask about, like the one where he's on the sideline and he has to go up on a, like it looks, where he's on the field, it's a screenplay. Yeah. And Jimmy throws it 3 feet over his head. And as he's coming down, he takes one real bad ankle roll. And I don't know if that's the one or not, but I saw that one. I was just like, man, Jimmy.
I thought it was a sprained knee.
Yeah, it was a sprained knee. And what worried me a lot, too, is that I'm glad it wasn't a tear, but it looked bad. It looked bad, and this is a team we've already talked about. There's no Debo, Ayuk, their first-round pick is banged up. They're dropping like flies in San Francisco, and, of course, they're 0-1 already. Everybody's already talking about the Super Bowl hangover. But, we rattled off a bunch of names. Which one do you guys think are the biggest ones we've talked about of the folks that are banged up?
Kittle, Godwin.
Yeah,
I mean,
and AJ Brown too. He did show a little.
It's pretty
bit,
big.
He did show a little bit. What was it, Monday night that he played? Yeah. So that was very disappointing. I saw that pop up on my phone. I was like, man, that's a real big bummer because it seemed like he was hitting his stride. So the AJ Brown I feel really bad for, and Kittle is just taking away basically Jimmy's like the veil of whatever Jimmy was, it was Kittle basically. It feels like
absolutely. The offense, right? Like Mostert, Kittle. Let's sprinkle in some Kendrick Bourne, some Trent Taylor,
Debo,
some deep. Well,
if available,
not available right now.
Last year,
absolutely. Well, yeah, if you got a guy like Debo there, you have the freedom and the creativity to do so many things with your playbook. But let's go back to A.J. Brown, just because of Twitter's implosion of Corey Davis. Everyone probably waking up this morning seeing, people spend $30, $40, $50 on Corey Davis. Corey Davis. I get it. Mike Evans banged up. Mike Thomas banged up, going to be missing, potential weeks here. So I see like the allure of a once, wide receiver one, or at least the thought of or perception of. But Corey Davis isn't it. And we even read an article right before we started about him coming out saying like, oh, yeah. It's just a coverage. I mean, it's the only reason why I was getting targets out there. Like, he said it himself. Like, he's like, yeah, I talked to the coordinator, and he said I was getting targets because, coverage. So it's like, we didn't draw it up that way, Corey.
Somebody tell him.
We weren't trying. Yeah,
Corey, you're not there.
They told him all right. But, I mean, A.J. Brown, not looking good, going to be week to week. Is Corey Davis going to be a thing? It's 2020, guys. Anything can happen.
Yeah, you're right about that. I see Jonnu Smith getting more looks. He looked pretty good in, like, that first half. Monday night.
First couple plays, yeah.
Yeah, I was impressed. And I just see more touches going his way. I'm not sure if Corey Davis is exactly that kind of receiver that Tannehill is looking to get the ball. A.J. Brown seems to have that chemistry already. Jonnu Smith already has that chemistry. So, I kind of see it going more like San Francisco, where it's tight end friendly.
Was it Anthony Ferkser, the backup tight end, that kept grabbing all of Jonnu Smith's targets?
Oh, yeah.
He stole a touchdown from him. I lost a couple of matchups in that Monday night game. Going into the fourth quarter with 2 leads in 2 separate leagues, with about 7 or 8 minutes left in the game, I lost 2 leagues. Jonnu Smith touchdown and Melvin Gordon touchdown.
So let me get a quick vent session out since we're talking about Monday matchups in one of my leagues. Shout out to my buddy Jesus. He's the commish. But I was down, I think, 27 points. I had Barkley, Sutton, Ingram, and McManus left to play. Obviously, Sutton didn't play, so I had already picked up Deshaun Hamilton because that's the only person I could pick up. I lost by 4 points because all Barkley got were 6 catches. Ingram had 2 for 9. McManus only kicked 2 extra points. Like that's one of those 4 guys can get me 27, especially one being arguably the best running back in the NFL. But hey, man, it's just I just hope that's not what I'm kicking myself on at the end of the year.
No, I mean, it very well could be. Who else on the board? We got Godwin, Kittle. What do you guys think about Tampa Bay this week?
Oh, they're gonna destroy the Panthers. I think it'll bounce back.
So is it like heavy heavy Evans, or are we gonna see more Scotty Miller? Justin Watson's getting some play, getting some talk with the Godwin being out of practice.
I see the ball going on the ground a little bit. There were some miscommunications with overthrown balls, to Brady thinking the different routes. I see them trying to pound the ball a little bit more to try and open up that play action, which is kind of like the bread and butter of what Tom Brady is.
Yep.
It's not just Tom Brady is not the high flying quarterback. Like I see Philip Rivers, I see Matt Ryan being those kind of guys, getting close to 3 1,000-yard receivers. Tom Brady is not that kind of guy. He's a West Coast kind of guy who let the options do their work, and I see it going more on the ground, to be honest.
Yeah, you have Fournette and Rojo there.
So I just think the Panthers are a really bad team. They're just going to be bad this year. I think it's going to be like a Golden Corral. Everybody's going to eat. I hope Brady 4 or 5 touchdowns. I think he's going to spread it around. I just think it's going to be an offensive explosion for the Bucs. I think they're going to have a nice bounce back week. Going into the Dome, even though it was empty, was a tough matchup for him. Saints are one of those teams we were talking about earlier off camera that they looked prepared. Like they were ready to go. Sean Payton had them ready to go.
Absolutely.
Do you want to take a quick?
But do you think they were really that ready, or do you think that
Falcons?
Well, I was saying that the New Orleans Saints. Do you think that they were that much ready, more ready than the Falcons, or do you think that Sean Payton just did his offensive wizardry and kept the defense off balance? Because he was throwing in Taysom Hill and then taking him out and throwing in Drew Brees. It just kind of kept the defense off balance, and I think that was more of a great coaching job because the Atlanta Falcons had 3 100-yard receivers. Like it wasn't like they were failing completely. It was just the Saints were just so much more high powered, I guess.
That was my mistake that I just threw that into there too. So the Saints were on Tampa Bay, and in my head I was talking. You had mentioned preparedness, and we were talking before the show. Saints and Seahawks were the prepared teams that I thought. So going back to like the Saints and Tampa, yeah, absolutely. Like the Saints, they look prepared. Peyton, like that you alluded to, that's where the preparation comes from, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The leadership, the coaching, and those guys just seemed ready. Every guy seemed like they could take like the role. Latavius Murray, et cetera. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the one thing I was just going to add on that I think is just underrated is, the Bucs are one of those teams I think that needed preseason, not because they're a bad team or anything, but when you're a new quarterback leaving the same team after 20 years, on paper you're stacked with weapons, but practice is cool, but you have no game experience at all. So
and no competition.
They would have exactly. I think so. They would have benefited by playing like the college teams do. They play like a D3 school.
Oh yeah.
I think if they had a more favorable matchup, I think trying to get them warmed up, I think that would have helped. Had they flip flopped their week 2 and week 1 games, I think they would have done what we thought.
Goodness, yeah. If Tom got to go out and play Bridgewater and company, week 1, yeah. You look like a little bit more like Derek Carr, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah. So, real quick, guys, I want to just shout out a couple of viewers we already got on Facebook over here. Shout out my guys that are in the Justice League, Kevin, Bryce, Sergio. Kevin's already got a start and sit question for us. We're not even there yet, so I'd let Kevin know.
Fire it away.
Kevin, it's actually for running back. So Kevin's asking for us. Are we looking at Devin Singletary or J.K. Dobbins?
J.K. Dobbins, absolutely. J.K. Dobbins.
So the matchup for Dobbins, he's got Houston. Singletary's got Miami.
Yep.
Is that right? It's pretty close. Man, Singletary and Moss were going back and forth last week. Moss did get the touchdown. I'm a Singletary owner. I'm still starting him this week. I'm not ready to bench him just yet, but I wasn't thrilled with week 1. But man, you got to like that red zone usage out of Dobbins. I'll play contrarian. I'll say Singletary. I think Mark Ingram does find himself in the end zone this week. Limits the upside of Dobbins just a little bit.
I like the offense of Baltimore way more than the offense for Buffalo. The offense. We watched a little bit of it when we were sitting here watching it on Sunday, and the offense just kind of seemed like anemic, almost like they couldn't get a forward push on the offensive line, and it was just kind of disappointing. While the Ravens were just beating the brakes, according to Emron, off the Cleveland Browns, and that's true. I mean, it was like a Mack truck. The Browns could not stop the Ravens, and I just like Dobbins in that offense. I think he's going to get a lot of high usage. I definitely think that Ingram, I think his role is kind of decreasing. I was very surprised to see Dobbins get in the red zone because I thought that was Ingram's spot. So
yeah, and he had 2 touchdowns on 7 carries, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm gonna to answer Kevin's question, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, guys. Make a little bold prediction for you. Texans gave up 100 yards to a rookie running back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, it could happen.
That could definitely
Clyde
happen.
Edwards-Helaire was in a little bit of a better position to take off with that take for sure.
Yeah.
Dobbins and Ingram still going to eat out of each other, and Singletary and Moss are still going to eat out of each other. What I like about both situations is that you have a rushing quarterback, and that lends to the upside of any running back in the system, whether it's Moss, Singletary, or Ingram and Dobbins. When your quarterback is running, it's more difficult for the defenses, just to essentially just read plays, right? Allen led the Buffalo Bills in rushing last week. I want to say it was like 14 attempts.
Yep.
Something like that. Something crazy. And that would to me that lends to less upside for Singletary. I just like the opponent this week. I like them going up against Miami. Good opponent still for Houston. So that's a really good sitter start. I'll say Singletary. Sounds like you guys are on Dobbins.
Yep, definitely Dobbins.
Any others? That's all we got for now.
Anything on the YouTube comments from our friends over there?
Pablo Gonzalez said Golden Corral, laughing my ass off. So he liked your joke over there.
More of an OCB type of guy. I don't know if those are around anymore, but
Old Country Buffet, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
I don't think they're around, but
I mean, I don't think they are either. But that prime rib, come on. Don't kid yourselves, okay? Don't kid yourselves.
So question-wise, those are the only ones we have for now. But I got a couple that I want to just pick your guys' brain on.
Yeah, just go ahead and fire them
that
off.
are kind of just making me go, let's start with tonight.
Okay.
Mixon or Chubb?
Mixon or Chubb? Mixon.
Chubb.
I like Mixon more. He doesn't. I mean, I talked about this pre-show. Giovanni Bernard still has a role, about 30% touches. Mixon got 20 touches last week, but he only had 59% not rush attempts, snap percentage. And Kareem Hunt outsnapped Nick Chubb last week. I think that tonight's game flow is going to be better for Nick Chubb. I think he can get some better run. But we were also talking, we haven't really gotten to it yet, the offensive line for the Browns does not look great. They're missing Conklin and they're missing Treader. And Chris Hubbard is going to be filling in at right tackle, which is great. That's good. Because if they don't have him, they literally have no one at right tackle. But he's banged up. He's coming in with an ankle injury as well. I'm not sure who the left end is for the Bengals, but I was telling both of you guys before this, I think whoever it is, they're gonna have an opportunity to make some magic tonight.
They're gonna eat a little bit.
I completely agree, but I think Nick Chubb is he's gonna run really hard, and his defense isn't like they probably. I think it's Carl Lawson and maybe Sam Hubbard on the outsides of Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They're rising young stars. Don't get me wrong, but they're not setting the world on fire in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nick Chubb is gonna be able to overcome them. And I think if he just has the guy just put a little block on him, a little chip block or something, he'll be able to get to the open hole. So I think Nick Chubb is going to have more of a game. If Joe Burrow can tear up the defense, Nick Chubb can tear up the defense.
Well, Joe Burrow's got to do it too. I mean, I liked what I saw last week, but I liked what I saw in the first and fourth quarter from Joe Burrow. Everything in between, I was not that impressed with. I felt like he had to do a lot with his legs in the second and third quarter, and they were literally like drawing up like direct snaps to him. You know, the seas were parting down the middle of the field for Joe Burrow, and it was beautiful. And actually, I was just looking at my game props here that we'll get here too soon. Joe Burrow's rushing prop for tonight is 27.5 yards.
Ooh.
I think I'm going to take the under on it. I don't know if he's going to do this again. 27.5? That's high.
Dude, okay, so we had a prop last week that was Ryan Tannehill, and I think it was 14.5 rushing yards. He got 12 yards on his first play.
But did he hit the prop though?
Did he?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
know.
I didn't bet it. I'm not betting quarterback rushing props unless their name's Lamar.
Yeah, but
or Mike Vick.
I don't know. I definitely see more mobility coming from these quarterbacks that are coming up. I mean, Tannehill was a receiver. Joe Burrow, they're probably thinking, he's brand new. Why don't we get some use out of those legs before he has to stand in a pocket and not be able to move anywhere?
Hey, the book says the under's paying plus money on the Burrow rushing stat, so they know something. For reference, what is it here? Excuse me, Kareem Hunt's at 43.5 yards to Burrow's 27.5.
Wow.
And that's paying plus money for the under for Hunt as well. So they're saying Hunt's going to get some playing time here too. They will not give me any catching props for Kareem Hunt. I want them. They won't give them to me, and it's pissing me off.
So in this game, I think I'm going to go with Mixon myself. I think I like the chances for Mixon to have a decent game. So going to our next one, this is a little bit of an intriguing one. Ironically, in a league, I share both of these guys, but good running backs. And they have tough matchups this week.
Okay.
You got David Johnson versus the Ravens, and you got Melvin Gordon versus that staunchy Steelers steel curtain defense.
Ooh, that's tough. I think I want to stay away from the Steelers. What about you?
Well, Steelers defense and who?
You got
Duke Johnson, or not Duke, DJ.
David Johnson versus the Ravens.
Yeah.
Versus Gordon versus the Steelers.
I mean, DJ was just the guy for Houston, right? I mean,
Pittsburgh's defense is phenomenal, man.
They did that to
and
Barber.
Gordon's not going to have Lindsey this week. It looks like I don't know.
And he fumbled third carry or catch or whatever.
It was a catch, but you know what? They drew him up for this catch. It was set hut, no running back in the backfield, and he was at the X spot, and they just darted it to him, and he dropped it right away. It was just kind of a weird play. I don't think that necessarily plays a role into his touches this week. Obviously, Lindsey's not going to be there, but I think we can all agree on DJ. In that circumstance, Houston should be playing from behind. Should be plenty of upside in garbage time. Duke Johnson is practicing. Did leave that game, but it looks like he's going to be able to make it on the field this week. I have a league where they actually have waivers. I can't even bid on Duke Johnson. Really upset about it. I was like, I have to sit and wait, and I don't know I don't even know what my waiver spot is because I added a couple of people. It's like, all right, this is weird. I guess I should have known about that before I signed up. And just as a recommendation, don't sign up for $200 fantasy leagues that offer only waivers and not bidding. Don't do that, guys.
No, I hear you.
I live and I learn.
So I got one more for you guys.
All right.
You got Miles Sanders, returning from injury. It looks like against the Rams. Or do you go with Raheem Mostert versus the Jets?
I like Mostert, I think.
Mostert.
Yeah, I like Mostert a little bit more.
Aaron Donald's a man.
Yeah, and he's just coming back. That offensive line looked so bad last week, and I have to assume that Sanders is going to be a big help. And I mean, realistically, if you drafted Sanders, you're starting him, right?
Yeah.
That's a really difficult scenario. I'll be I spent my first, second round pick on him. He was hurt week 1, and now I get to finally break him out. So I would imagine people are throwing him into their lineups, and it sounds like he's going to be good to go. what was it? Yeah, he got a full practice today. He's been practicing it, limited for the rest of the week. So he looks solid. He looks good to go. And I think, to me, they just held him out. Right? You're not ready. No preseason. You're our guy. You're going to be carrying the load all year. Why throw him out there at 50, 60, 70%? There's just no point to it.
No, I agree. And I think I actually do like Sanders more because I think with that line being bad, I think he's going to get a lot of dump offs, and I think he's going to be very busy in the passing game.
I could see him being the X factor in keeping Carson Wentz on his feet. But at the same time, those guys that are blocking for him are blocking for the running back, and it just kind of scares me. I want to see some improvements, some strides forward in the Eagles' offensive line in that room for sure.
Yeah.
You want to keep going with the sitter starts there, Nick?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So, the one that I'm interested in is Gardner Minshew or Philip Rivers. Gardner Minshew is going against Tennessee. Philip Rivers is going against Minnesota.
I'm going to go Philip Rivers. I told you, Emron, that I'm thinking about starting Philip Rivers this week. I got a league where I got Carson Wentz. Not looking good. Just alluded to it. Offensive line, not looking great. Aaron Donald coming to town. Jalen Ramsey's going to be there right behind him. I'm not excited about it. Happy Miles Sanders is coming back. That's cool. But I think I might take the efficiency in Minshew here. I like Rivers a lot this week. He's got volume. He's going to be passing a lot, but with that volume, you can get yourself into some trouble.
Gunslinger.
Minnesota, they shit the bed last week up against the Vikings. Not great. I like the upside for Rivers this week, but I think the efficiency may be the way to go in Minshew. What do you think?
I think so the Jags got. I'm sorry, who was that again?
The Jags have Tennessee.
That's what
and Rivers have Minnesota.
So,
I like the volume for Rivers, but I'm just not sure yet.
I think the Tennessee defense is actually a little bit better than what Minnesota looked like. So I don't know if Rivers is going to match what Rodgers did last week, where he shredded him. I could see him getting a couple touchdowns, but what worries me about Rivers is I think he's going to throw a couple to the other team too.
I mean, I kind of think so too. I'm just not there yet. I'm like, my finger is on the button to put him into my lineup. And mind you, it's not with Minshew. It's with Wentz. My finger's right there, but I'm just not there yet.
You know what, guys? I know summer's over, but I'm gonna flip flop. Give me Minshew.
All right,
Minshew. I don't.
Hey, he's the Karate Kid. You don't want to bet against the crane.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Minshew on that one.
He just looked good week one,
He did.
He didn't turn the ball over. He just one pass.
And the hair and the headband. It was just all glorious at once, So another one that I see would be, who do you start? Start Cam Newton at Seattle or Matthew Stafford at Green Bay?
I like Stafford a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll take Stafford too. Stafford, he knows Green Bay very well. Green Bay's defense, even though they won last week, they did give up 34 to Minnesota. So.
Had a heck of a fourth quarter, that Green Bay defense.
Yeah. So I think Stafford, even without Galladay, I think they'll be a little bit better this week. He only had, one touchdown? No, he had 2 touchdowns last week.
Yeah, he had 2.
No, he would have had 3 if Swift.
Oh man, what was your favorite part of Sunday? You weren't here for Monday night. What was your favorite part? And I only have 2 scenarios that it could potentially be, so I'm just gonna ask them. Very similar sitter start lightning round kind of question. Was it the Miller catch or the Swift drop?
Swift drop.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't have both.
I mean the Miller, the Miller catch and drop. It was the same play they actually did to beat the Lions on Thanksgiving last year. identical play, identical side of the field, identical player. And so, obviously Mitch played like shit for the first 3.5 quarters. Yeah, basically 3.5 quarters. So him bouncing back in the fourth, and like I told everybody on Twitter, death, taxes, Trubisky beating the Lions and throwing for 3 touchdowns is the only guarantees.
And 0 interceptions against the Lions.
Yeah, and then it was kind of it wasn't bittersweet, but Swift was one of the guys. If you remember in the summer, I told you guys that I really liked this year. So he would have had 2 touchdowns in that game. And he's going to be in the doghouse now, and
I don't think so.
I'll give you one thing. So we were talking, last week about our DFS plays, and Nick was really high on Adrian Peterson. I was like, "What's Nick doing, man?"
Because I know what I'm talking about over here.
And I was like, "What's Nick doing?" And then the game started, and I was like, "All right, whatever. 1 run, whatever. 2, 5, 3." And he's at 90 yards. I was like, "All right, man."
He had over 100 total for the game with rushing and receiving. It was pretty fun.
So I think him having that strong game and Swift just not getting out of his own way. I think knowing Patricia, I think that dude's gonna.
I don't have the numbers pulled up right in front of me, but Swift led the way for snap counts, followed by Peterson, and Carryon was in the basement. They hate Kerryon Johnson in Detroit.
Yeah, he felt. I gave him until week 4 to fall out of favor, but it was the third quarter.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No. So when they were interviewing Swift and AP afterwards, AP told him hey man, it's all about how you respond. It's all about that ethics.
That's AP for you.
That's all how you get back on the field and respond to it, bro. You only have. The only place to go but here is up. It's all good. You're gonna be fine, man. I talked to the kid. He's gonna be cool.
So one of my other fun parts of Sunday, shout out to our buddy Maurice Doodles Anderson, who just hopped in our Facebook chat, and he started a new hashtag. I don't know how I feel about it. HTTWFT.
HTT. No.
The football team?
Yeah.
Oh, nah.
No, Doodles, not working, bud. But
it's like fetch Doodles.
I'm streaming the Cardinals defense this week, so we'll see.
That will be fun to see. We were talking about it before we got on. I loved what that defense looked like on Sunday.
8 sacks,
and they probably would have had 3 or 4 more if Wentz wasn't as elusive as he is.
He was throwing balls to the ground and getting them out of bounds. They could have had 12.
I genuinely am going to be keying in on that game when I can, just to see how they do against Kyler.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it'll be on quite a bit, in scoring plays and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I like Arizona this week in that matchup. I'm going to be all over them. I think they're going to have a little bit more upside, not playing up against the 49ers, obviously. You got another quarterback one?
Yeah. How about Ryan Tannehill against Jacksonville or Jimmy G against the Jets?
That's a good one. I think I'll go Tannehill.
I want to go Garoppolo. Because the Jets are shit.
I can't.
Who the hell is he throwing to?
Kendrick Bourne and Mohamed Sanu.
They got Jordan Reed still.
They got Jordan Reed still.
That's when things are bad. When Jordan Reed is the only.
When you're talking up Jordan Reed.
So,
dear God.
I'll go Tannehill because I think the Niners will win that game, but the whole West Coast team going to the East Coast, being depleted, it just felt that could be a really weird game Monday morning when you look at it. So I'll go Tannehill. I think he'll be all right.
I'm just tired of the Jets. I'm waiting for Gary V to buy them and just fix everything. I'm not going to watch another Jets game until he buys the team.
I saw a hilarious stat today. Since Gase has been coach, they've scored 33 touchdowns and they've punted the ball 93 times.
Ew. Is that what's considered an offensive mastermind in the NFL?
I don't know.
Oh, my God.
That guy owes his life
and Peyton Manning will still get on the phone and be like, dude's a genius. He's a genius. The guy made me everything that I was.
Dude.
Why do people go to bat for this guy when every Sunday he makes them look like a fucking fool? I just don't get it. Why everyone talks this guy up, and it's only the people in the NFL. I've never heard anyone outside of the NFL ever say anything positive about Adam Gase.
Nope.
Who does he have dirt on? It's like him and Snyder are meeting up on the links and comparing notes and shit. I don't understand.
Looking at cheerleaders and stuff.
Whatever it is. With Gase's eyes, he can look at everything. It's
he has 360 view.
If there's a person a human lizard living among us, it's Adam Gase. Right? He's leader of the lizard people.
There we go.
All right, so I'm going to break into some sitter starts for wide receivers. Hot one off the free agency wire. Someone that I added this week that me and Nick were talking up. Russell Gage, third wide receiver for the Falcons, did hit over 100 receiving yards last week. All three of them, Gage, Ridley, Julio, all had 12 targets. We're going Russell Gage or Christian Kirk. Where are you going here? Christian Kirk.
Gage.
Christian Kirk with the Washington. Going against Washington, and Gage going against Dallas.
I'm definitely going Gage because Justin actually showed me a stat about how DeAndre Hopkins had 80, 70% of
90, 95, 98%.
It was something crazy high percentage of Kyler Murray's actual production. So it's not like Christian Kirk setting the world on fire. He has all the tools to set the world on fire with his lightning speed, quickness, and his speed.
Chemistry with Kyler?
Yeah, exactly. And he still has not done anything in Arizona to warrant anybody talking about him. So I'm not on Christian Kirk. I'm going, who's the other guy again?
Russ Gage.
Russ Gage, yeah, there you go.
Who? Russ Gage?
I'd probably go Russ Gage too, and I think.
So people are feeling some Russ Gage. You're telling me to put him in my lineup.
So I think, remember in the offseason, everybody was hyping up Hayden Hurst. That's the new tight end. He's taking over Austin Hooper, who was big last year. I think Gage is actually the one that's going to take over most of those targets that Hooper left behind. This is a pass-friendly offense. Ryan can light up the scoreboard, throw it all over the field. So he is a third receiver in this offense, but this is not your typical offense, in my opinion. And with Kirk, like Nick mentioned, I just think right now that for a while Kyler's going to be locked in on Hopkins. Understandably so. The dude had 14 catches last week.
14 catches of 24 completions.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. Yeah, and the yardage, what do you have? 150 receiving yards of 240 passing. It was too much. And Kyler's got to move the ball around.
Yep.
It'll be great for fantasy, believe me. All of you Hopkins owners will be loving it, but Arizona Cardinal fans, Kyler owners will not. They absolutely will not, because when you put yourself in that situation, when you overload one target like that, what happens is Jameis Winston, 30 passing touchdowns, 30 interceptions. That's the type of stat line that you get. And I know Jameis Winston, he was a lovable fan favorite last year, especially in fantasy, because he could be bad as he was and still put up numbers for you. But where was he in championship week? Bye. Not there for you. Didn't do it. He gave everybody all the comfort in the world. Championship week, he bailed and he lost people money. That's just the facts of the matter. So I don't love that situation. I hope that he does start to spread the ball out more. Kirk, Fitzgerald, Drake, Edmonds, everybody really.
Yep.
I guess I go Russell Gage there too. I just like the matchup better against Dallas. I think there's more offense available in that game maybe. Washington, I don't expect them to run up the score. I'm starting the Arizona defense, streaming against Haskins and company.
Haskins didn't even throw over 180 yards. So
maybe I'm onto something. I don't know. I could be right. It could be wrong. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But yeah, I would go Gage there as well. I do have him in one lineup on another bench. We'll see what happens. What's another one we got here? Let's go with some guys that are banged up. Let's say you got Ruggs or Crowder going into week 2. You're not quite sure yet. Both of them are kind of middle of the run. The Jets going up against San Francisco. Ruggs, a little bit extra rest day because he is going on Monday, so he's going to have one extra day, and he has the full night to go. So who you got, Henry Ruggs or Jamison Crowder?
Ruggs. He's that big player that he's kind of in that same cloth as Tyreek Hill. Jamison Crowder needs a lot of volume, and in New York, man, it's just real tough. And
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I don't even blame Sam Darnold. I blame Gase. I just say that he doesn't know how to use the weapons around him.
Yeah.
Jamison Crowder's just always in the right place at the right time for Darnold. So yeah, I'm gonna go Henry Ruggs because he can break a play for sure. If he plays, he can break open a big play at any time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Ruggs because there's a boom there. He can break a game open for you. I think the extra day off today helps, and they're playing on Monday. And I think I just have a feeling that's their first game in Vegas. I feel like Gruden's going to dial up something for him. And with his speed, he can just be used so many different ways. I was at the return, end around, a screen, a bomb. So I'm going to take Ruggs between those two because I think there's just more boom.
Yeah, I'm going Ruggs all the way. If you've paid attention to me at all this week on Twitter, I'm anti-Jamison Crowder. I would have sat him if he was healthy. I don't like the matchup against the Niners. I know Sherman is hurt. Did he go to the IR?
That's a bummer.
Yeah, he went to the IR, but he can come back week 5 or week 6 or something like that.
It's the temp IR. It's the short term.
Yeah,
IR.
it's bad, but it's not terrible, right? So I don't love Crowder at all. He had 13 targets last week, made his nut on one play. I believe it was a 1 for 69 or 1 for 67 and a touchdown. Just literally bodies falling all over the field. There's just a random pathway down the sideline just opened up for him on a screenplay. And he took it for the house. Take that catch and touchdown away from him, and he goes, 5 for
60?
No, it's 5 for 60. But on his targets, he finished 6 for 13. 13 targets, cool.
High
6
volume,
catches.
like I said.
Yeah, 6 catches. That's Sam Darnold. That's Adam Gase. Going back to that there.
Yeah.
I don't love that value. Sure, he can get the volume, but what's he gonna do with it? And this offense doesn't show any explosion. When we were telling you hard pass on Lev Bell. Emron, drafting Lev Bell. Don't do that, Emron. When we told you not to, it was because of this offense lacks explosion. Even when Bell was getting the ball at any sort of volume, he wasn't taking it anywhere. The system isn't working. They have no blocking. The receivers don't buy into the system. Like Brashad Perriman played the most snaps last week. What did he do?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. He was on the field the most of all the receivers. He's a deep threat receiver. He couldn't do anything. Sam Darnold, maybe it's the bad system. Maybe he got off to a bad start there and he could go somewhere else, but it's going to be a while before he's wearing a different color. So until they get rid of Gase, his stock is, and I don't want anyone around him. I grabbed a share of LaMichael Pirine. I instantly tried to drop him, but they wouldn't let me pick up Duke Johnson. It was very troubling. This whole waiver situation. I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it. All right, so we got about 25 minutes until kickoff here. I want to transition over to some props, see what you guys are thinking about tonight's game. Give me 1 second while I get these pulled up, and once we can wrap it up here, I'll go into some of my picks for these props as well. Give me 1 second here. I know right off the bat, without even looking at it, both quarterbacks, 240 passing yards, over, under. So we're looking at Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, over, under, 240 passing yards. What do you think, Nick? Go with Baker first. We'll go Baker, and then we'll switch to Burrow.
Baker, I'm going to say under.
Okay.
And I'm going to say over for Joe Burrow.
Okay. What do you got, Imran?
I'm gonna go the same. I think Baker's gonna be like around 220, 230. I think Chubb and Cunt are a little bit more involved on the ground today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I expect both sides to be very run heavy. I don't expect a ton of scoring in this game. We'll get to the over and under here soon. But I'm going to take the under for both. I think that Burrow can have a very efficient game and still hit 215, 220, 230 passing yards and still look good. I'm not sure if he hit over this prop last week. I'd have to look back. But I don't feel confident really enough in the scoring and the flow of the game. These teams combined for 19 points last week, so I don't necessarily love the upside for the quarterbacks.
Light the world on fire.
I did bet one of my props that I did bet is the under on Baker. I stayed away from Burrow.
Okay, Baker had 189.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm waiting for Cincinnati. Oh geez, where is it? Right here. And then box score. So Joe Burrow had 193.
So 193, and we would say, I think that he had a good, okay performance, right?
He threw the game-winning touchdown, but Adrian had to push off.
Bro, so you weren't here the other night when we got to dive into this a little bit. To me, I don't know, and Nick, you can jump in on this too, but to me, that was some LeBron ass selling on Hayward's part. Like, those hands up in the air were beautiful.
The mistake that Green made, and if you guys remember, Brandon Marshall was famous for this. He pushed off a lot, but the reason he never got called is he never extended his arm. He would do like that cheap one like that, where like it's like fighting, but like when you extend it, it's just so blatant, and I saw it instantly, and I was like,
dude, Hayward did this little thing with his arms, and
like
watch the replay, guys. Yep. Watch the replay, and you'll see it. I swear to God, that was the best sales job I've seen in a long time. That was beautiful. I loved Burrow last week, but he kept having to add a little bit extra in with his legs. To me, wasn't hitting his marks in the second and third quarter as far as passing goes. To me, he wasn't there. Fourth quarter looked good. Last drive looked the best he looked all day, and I think that's just when they let the leash off. Like they were just like, "Hey kid, go win us the game," and he did. He did.
And then the worst part is AJ Green gets that penalty. Your damn kicker shanks
dead leg. It just dies.
And then he grabs his calf, and the next day he says the other calf starting.
I know Cody Parkey is starting tonight for the Browns.
Oh, Cody Parkey, dude. Fuck you, Cody Parkey.
You deserve everything that he's saying to you right now.
I hate you right now.
You deserve everything that you're saying. And it's really not just because of the double doink. It's because the first game that you came back from the double doink, you hit the fucking bar again. You did it again. Someone gave you a shot. You came back and you were like, you know what, guys? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit the same fucking bar again. Stay out of the league, Parkey.
I cannot believe teams keep signing him. This guy's
people need kickers.
Shot.
People need kickers.
Dude, there's so many better options. I'm just
look around the league last week. Are there?
Hey, our guy was 5 for 5, Cairo Santos.
I mean, he wasn't there last year.
That's true.
Well, he wasn't a Bear last year. But hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. We needed all 5.
Oh,
we needed all 5.
Yeah. All
right, so back to some props here. You guys both are on the Mayfield under with me, so we're solid there. We're good. Mayfield under 1.5 or over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Is it Baker, right?
Yes, Baker. Over. Let's just make it clear. Both are at 1.5. Sorry.
I take over for both.
Under.
For both?
Yeah.
I'm taking the under for Mayfield, and I want to stay away from Joe. I think Joe can do it. I think Joe can do it. I think the passing options are just better for him. I think he looks more comfortable out there than Baker looks. How do you feel comfortable saying that? Baker's been in the league for 3 years, right? And he doesn't look comfortable with his receivers, doesn't look comfortable in the pocket, specifically coming out of the pocket. Burrow, fresher legs, can extend some plays, maybe a little bit longer than Mayfield. So, going to my head, yeah. I mean, I'll go with Burrow over 1.5. Burrow plus 114 on the over. Mayfield minus 130. So, yeah, the book likes Mayfield hitting 2 passing touchdowns. I don't like that tonight. If anything, if the Browns are rolling, if it's working tonight, I'm expecting Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt to be carrying the load. Yeah. All right, let's move on to pass completions. Baker Mayfield, 20.5. Joe Burrow, 21.5. The kid's got the slight edge. What do you guys think? Over, under for Baker Mayfield, 20.5 pass completions.
Over for Joe, under for Baker.
Over for Joe. So
what's Joe's number?
21.5.
21 and a. Mm-hmm. Under for Joe. I'll take a.
Can't have a split. It's a 0.5.
I know. So I'll take under for Joe, and I'll take over for Baker.
Okay.
I don't feel good about it.
I don't feel good about either of those. I think both of these guys are going to be like 18, 19 completions. I think the book's onto something here. Plus money is on the over for both. So they're on something here. I don't think that they're trying to lure people and give them more value on the over. I feel like they would be trying to pull you back down to the under. Maybe one of them does pop off. Rushing yards. We're into the quarterbacks first.
Jeez.
7.5 yards for Baker Mayfield. The over at minus 156. They're saying he can hit it.
Give me the over.
Over.
I'm gonna say the under. I didn't bet that, but I'll take the under just because the dude's running for his life. The offensive line looks bad. Maybe he takes a couple of sacks and they just give you some free money there. I don't love Baker Mayfield doing any running tonight. Joe Burrow, 27.5, says the over is at minus 143. The under is plus money. They say Joe Burrow's running tonight. They're drawing up direct snap runs for Joe Burrow.
He's really athletic. I'm taking the over.
Oh, Emron's got at least 28 rushing yards for Burrow tonight.
That's not a lot.
He doesn't say it's a lot.
If he can break a 10-15 yarder, which I see him doing because the Browns are just.
Olivia Vernon coming in banged up tonight. Really the only weapon they have on that line.
Yeah, Browns were hot garbage. They got railroaded by Lamar, and he's a mobile quarterback, right, on Sunday.
Strong verbiage over there.
I'm sorry, guys.
Railroaded, jeez. Beat the brakes off him.
Yeah, it's just straight up abuse.
It's assault.
I was telling Justin, it's just sometimes when you're betting, you just gotta be smart. I was telling Justin.
It sounds so easy, right?
I had like 2 different parlays where I was teasing the Browns from 7.5 to 14 just to cover, and I never once stopped and said, "Why the fuck am I trying to find a way for the Browns to cover?" I obviously think the Ravens are gonna beat the shit out of them. Just pick the Ravens -7. Shout out to my cousin Omar who just joined us, who's a big Ravens fan.
Big trolls.
But I was like, dude, what the hell? He actually asked a quick question for us.
What do we got?
How do we feel about AJ Green tonight?
I have. We're getting to the catches, but I'll give you a little preview of that.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking AJ Green over 4.5 catches tonight.
Oh yeah.
He only had 5.
We only had 5 last week. Well,
Yeah.
that's what I need him to hit tonight. He's gonna have who's the
What's that kid's name? Denzel Ward. Well, actually, who's Ward gonna go on?
Yeah.
Is he gonna go on Boyd or?
He's probably going to go on AJ, and then Greedy Williams is out, so Terrence Smith is filling in for him, probably going to cover Tyler Boyd.
Ooh, I want to see that one.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they cut it up. So Boyd and Ross actually led the Bengals last week in snaps with 84 and 81%, with Ross actually leading the way. Ross had the most snaps for the receivers for the Bengals. AJ Green clocked in at 66%, so he actually had the 3rd highest snaps, yet he still had the 5 catches. So to me, if he can get on the field for a handful more snaps, could be kind of like that first game, knock off the rust. We don't want to let this guy die on his first game back. Kind of similar to Marlon Mack. That dude was fed the ball all over the place on his first drive, and then his second drive, cut off the leg, cut out the Achilles. You can't have nice things there at Indy. I'm sorry, guys. They didn't punt a single time in that game, and they still lost.
Whoa.
I mean, to be fair, Nyheim Hines did come up short on a 4th and 1.
Yep.
Like, they were in scoring position. He did come up. So, obviously, you put that in the end zone, not Hines, and, your superb week is even more beautiful, right? But that would probably give them the win. Obviously, you don't punt the entire game; you still have to lose. Phillip Rivers' debut, the interception, not great, etc. But let's get back to it here for the rushing props. Joe Mixon over under 71.5, a little high.
Not that high. I'll take it.
You like the over?
He had 69 last week. I'm going to say
69 last
over.
week.
I'm going to say over.
69. Get it.
I'm going to go over.
Yeah, 71.5, 69 last week. Should have the runs, should have those those opportunities, but what if Taylor just passes him the ball instead? What if he just tries to just piss us off and just passes him the ball instead? I'll say the over, but I could see a situation like that where you just get screwed,
Because I think he'll get his rushing attempts. If his carries are within 15 to 20, he's good enough to get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be able to hit that volume. And, like I mentioned, Olivia Vernon not looking good. At least questionable coming into this game. I don't know if we have an update on that, if he is actually in or out. But even if he's in, already banged up a little bit. I don't love the pieces there for their linebacking crew. Malcolm Smith filling in tonight. Is that right?
Ex-Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, up the middle. Yikes. Not going to be good. Right? Like with Ross, Boyd, and Green, I think they actually have a little bit more ammo at wide receiver. I mean, you have OBJ and Landry there. OBJ and Baker, it's not.
They didn't want to touch the ball. And it's like,
I mean, I don't know, man. I just think that whole poop scandal is just full of shit. You got a bunch of brown nosers who are just, not putting football first. They're putting it number 2.
Hey, there it is. I was waiting for the next
zinger.
I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, no, I like it. No, it's good. No, I just like Baker and him are just not a thing.
It's not a thing. I think Landry's more of his speed when it comes to receiver. We showed last year,
and he's hurt.
You guys think Odell stays on the Browns the rest of the year?
No.
I posed a question yesterday on Facebook. We saw the A-Rob news. Not happy about it. Sad. You and I were talking about it. Nagy's figured it out. Whatever. I don't know. Talked to Robinson, punched his buttons, played with him. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah. It's better. It's better.
Yep.
We're just gonna go with that. It's better.
Yeah.
But OBJ was like the clear and above and beyond answer was, yeah, that dude's got to go, right? But what can you get for this guy right now? And are the Browns going to move him? What would you be willing to give up? I mean, I guess anything. I don't know. We don't really know. We don't hear reports out of the camp or out of the team that this dude's a cancer.
Yeah,
I don't think he's a cancer.
No, not at all. I think it's just not working. That's just no other way to put it. And I was reading today that his value's probably the lowest it's ever been. At one time. What, guys? We're not talking about long ago. 2-3 years ago, we were talking about him. He might have been the best receiver in football.
I've just never been on. I've never been there.
I don't see it, to be honest. He made one incredible catch, and he's ridden that to whatever peak that was, if we call that a peak. But it just he had one good half season, to be completely honest. And then since then, he hasn't done anything serious. He doesn't.
He doesn't
I'm not
stay
sure
healthy.
if he actually takes football seriously. He just seems like an actor almost.
He doesn't stay healthy. That's one thing. The quarterbacks that he haven't been great. So give him some credit there, right? Like Eli, not great. Baker,
Eli's a Hall of Famer.
Obviously not great. Yeah, but Eli was on his way out. He was getting hurt. You had who was the backup when he got hurt there? They didn't have Dan Jones yet.
Geno Smith.
No, I think
Geno Smith was the guy who started the game.
Eli never got hurt.
Yeah,
they benched Eli for that bullshit game.
He missed.
Eli
he missed
never got hurt.
That first game he ever missed.
Yeah.
I'd have to look back at.
It was Geno Smith. I guarantee.
I'd have to look at OBJ's just whatever overall game logs, year-long things, whatever. I've just never been on him. He's never been a guy that, other than maybe his rookie season or maybe the season after that.
I can read it off for you real quick. So
yeah.
he debuted in the NFL in 2014, only played in 12 games.
And he did really, really well in those 12 games.
Yeah, 91 for 1,300. Following year, played 15 games.
91 and 12 is huge. 90 catches in 12 games is big time.
It is. And the next year, 96 for 1,400.
In how many games?
All 15.
Okay.
Well, next year,
minus one.
Yeah, minus one. I'm sorry.
Yep.
15 games. 16 games in 2016. 101 catches, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. So his rookie years, 12 touchdowns, 13-10. He has not been back to 10 touchdowns since 2016. He missed 12 games in 2017. Missed 4 games in 2018. Missed no games last year, but last year just wasn't getting the volume. And then
his better years are behind him. I mean, the injuries that he has packed on, the position that he's in right now, like you just said, the value is in the basement. It's as lowest as it's ever been. You're not gonna draw up any great talk for trades if you can't put anything down on the field. And really, with what they have there, I don't think they need him.
I don't
Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, Landry, Hooper.
Yeah, I think if I'm the Browns, I think you're not unfortunately going to get back that first round you gave up for him.
No,
and he's got a contract.
No.
3 teams to keep an eye on where I think he would, do better and remind us of who he was.
San Francisco.
Niners, yes. Eagles. And the last one, I pray to fucking God he doesn't end up here.
Packers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if he gets one of those,
I don't think the Packers would do that. I just think that they're too traditionalist. They did. I mean, look what they did in their first 2 rounds with Dillon and Love. They combined for 3 touches this past week. Like, no, I don't think they would. If
Rodgers continues to do what he did last week, and they realize that he's still got the juice, and they see the option to get him for a 4th rounder, 4th or 5th rounder, I
just don't think they do it. I just think the Green Bay organization, they're not going to be into it. That's not their type of player. I just don't think that they're going to be into it. I think the Eagles and the Niners, I think you're spot on. The Eagles, they were talking about trading for Allen Robinson. They made some calls.
And they got rejected.
Yeah, fuck you, Eagles.
Fuck you, Eagles.
You think we're going to give you Allen Robinson after the doink?
Fuck you guys.
Get fucking bet, Eagles. Get the
Emron, Scott Bergwell says hi.
Hey, Scotty B, that's my guy.
What up, Scott? Yeah, I like the Eagles. I like the Niners the most. But the Eagles, they, like I said, they were knocking on the door for Allen Robinson. So I gotta imagine, like,
you want a dark horse?
Yeah, Seahawks.
Washington football team.
Seahawks, they're talking about trading Lockett.
Seahawks also, they don't give a fuck. They'll trade anything for anybody.
They will, but they're shopping around Lockett right now. And
but that's another. Oh my God, him with Russ. I think I would love that.
Yeah. If they traded
DK, jeez, that would be fun. And like, I mean, I don't think if they trade him, I don't think it's going to be higher than a 3rd.
No, I don't think it's going to be a 3rd. I think it's going to be a 4th at best.
And because I think his contract's still pretty fat, so whoever's getting him is going to have to eat it.
Houston. You saw Houston come on the screen. Maybe Houston. They need a guy.
Well, if it's a 3rd, they could do it because they fucked up with the Laramie Tunsil trade. Mm-hmm. I know they don't have a 1st this year. I don't know if they have a 2nd because they gave up the bag to get him.
Well, I mean, Watson was on his back literally for 2 years straight.
Yeah, no,
taking like 28, 30 sacks a year.
I don't say I disagree with it. Yeah, but I'm just saying they had to jeopardy. They gave up draft capital.
And if you're looking at a team like teams like Miami, the Jets, who are just like here you go, take our best stuff, take our best stuff.
What if Tampa found a way to get?
I wouldn't. I at this point I don't doubt it. Like with all the trades that are being talked about this week, it's actually pretty wild. Like I'm hearing all this activity around the league and. It's like, okay, it's week 1. I guess do we need preseason? Like, we need it?
I wrote about that. I don't think we do, man. I think if we sub it out with scrimmages,
2 games.
Yeah,
Please just give me 2 games.
Or if you do preseason, cut it down to 2 because people don't play them. Or scrimmages, I think players get value because the player's goal is not to simulate a game; they want to simulate game action. Mm-hmm. So if they're going against, because they're trying to go against other people, so a player wants to go against players that are going to actually be in the NFL. They don't want to go and play against a team where they're benching everybody and they're playing against scrubs.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're scrimmaging against starters and testing their abilities and seeing where they are, there's much more value in that. But money runs this league. If they go from the 17 games in 2021 to more,
they have to get rid of preseason.
Yeah, they have to, and just add an extra bye week, man.
Literally, these dudes will die.
It's
like
insane.
People will just start getting hurt like every week. Like that's too much because they get multiple buys during that process, right?
Yeah.
During that approach, yeah. So that's good. The extra bye I think is great. I think it'll actually make it a lot more fun for fantasy. I really do. I think it'll make it a lot more interesting, a lot more competitive. Your roster constructions will be completely different. You'll probably be joining leagues that have much bigger benches. Yeah. I don't believe that you'll be playing in 6 bench leagues anymore. I just think 8 will probably be the norm at that point. So yeah, I love what it's going to do to the game and how it'll affect us, and it's going to create a lot of fun. But let's close down these props here. We only have like a handful to go,
sure.
And then I want to jump into the Thrive app. Just talk that up a little bit more. I have a lineup in Thrive tonight, so I want to talk about that and just how that's looking. So we did Nick Chubb Mixon over the 71.5. Mm-hmm. Really quickly with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb with their rushing totals. We got Hunt at 43.5, Chubb at 78.5. Really quickly off the top here, I'm going to go Hunt over the top. Chubb, I'm going to say under.
Under for both for me.
Under for Hunt, over for Chubb.
Okay, so Nick's a little bit higher on Chubb this week. No problem there. You're on under for both.
Yeah, I just think it's. Okay. I think for Chubb, it's a little bit high. I could see him at 70, and I think Hunt's gonna do his damage in the receiving game, not the rushing game.
Yeah, they're splitting touches like right down the middle right now. Yeah. Unless the game maybe gets, maybe they go up, right? Maybe they get up in this game and they can park the bus and maybe use Chubb more. But even in that point, like if the Browns are somehow up in this game by a couple scores, who do they let run the ball? You
Yeah.
know, are they going to hand it off to Janovich and DeErnest Johnson? You know, like, are they going to give them some racks? So, all right, cool. Some good props there. Let's jump into receiving yards. Let's go with the Bengals out of the gate here. So, AJ Green, let's just do this lightning style. 58.5. Over under.
I'm taking over.
Over.
Next up, CJ Uzama, 24.5. Over under.
Over. That's a lot. That's a little. That's very little.
All right, so you got over?
Yeah.
All right, so Joe Mixon, 15.5. Never want to pass to Joe.
I'll take over on that.
Under for Nick. Nick's saying he's getting that one catch again. I think Emron's taking maybe 2 catches. They just wanted to refresh them for me here, so hopefully we don't have any movement on these numbers. Let's see here. That was last one. Tyler Boyd, 51.5. Over under.
You said 51.5?
Yep.
I'll take over on that.
What do you got, Nick?
Under.
Okay, switching over to the Browns, I have Odell Beckham Jr. sitting at 63.5. The under is playing plus money. They're saying he's going to have a better night tonight, guys. Over under 63.5 for Odell.
Under.
Over.
Ooh, we are split.
Come on, Odell. I'm talking
You
to
guys, you guys trying to make a dollar holler or what?
Sure.
I'll take it.
All right, you guys are betting $1. You're welcome. All right. Okay, so for the Browns, who else do we got? Landry, 54.5. I'm saying the under.
Over.
I'll take over.
Just coming in with a question mark, with a questionable tag on a short week. I don't know if it's a hip flexor, hip issue, whatever. Don't like the short week. Don't like what I'm seeing there, so I'm staying away from him. Sit candidate, in my opinion, as well. Austin Hooper, 35.5 over under receiving yards.
You said 35?
Yep, 35.5. Got to hit 36 for the over. 30.
Under.
All right, got 35 for the under.
I'm going under.
Njoku is out tonight. I think there is some value there, but I would just stay away. I wouldn't touch those. Gun to my head, I'll take the over. Receptions, 4.5 for AJ Green. I have the over.
I'm gonna go over.
Emron?
Over.
Okay, I'm just going down the list here. So Austin Hooper, 3.5. Over under.
Ooh, I'm gonna go under.
I went under too because
Okay.
I went under for yards. So.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, it's got to make sense, right? Uzama, 2.5. Does he hit 3?
Yes.
72 snap share percentage.
Yes.
Nah, I'm going under.
Going under for Emron. Okay, who's next? Landry, 4.5. Got to hit 5 catches.
Over.
5 catches for Landry from Nick. Emron?
Over.
I'm going to say under. Not a good start tonight, in my opinion. Joe Mixon, 2.5. Can he hit 3?
Catches.
Yep.
Under.
Under.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. For the sake of hope and redemption, I'm going to say over.
Okay.
Get the man some catches, dear God! But I did not. That is not one of my props tonight. not putting my money there. John Ross, 2.5. Can he hit 3?
Over.
Yeah, I'll take under, man.
He led the snaps last week. I'll give him some upside. I'll say over. The over is paying a little bit more, minus 149. Kareem Hunt, can he hit 4?
Catches.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Yeah, I think he can do it as well. Odell Beckham, 5. Can he hit 5?
No.
Yes.
I'm going to say under 4.5. No, actually, give me that because I'm lower on Landry tonight. So maybe I get OBJ for 5 for 40. Tyler Boyd, 4.5.
Over.
Okay, sounds good. I like the over there as well. Let's see. I'm just going to run through my picks really quick here. Kareem Hunt will have over 3.5 catches. AJ Green will have over 4.5 catches. Baker Mayfield will have under 240 passing yards. And it looks like I bet on that twice. It's like the second time this has happened. It pisses me off. These computers, man, they freeze screens and hold them, and then I double click, and then that's it. All right, so those are my locks. Those my props tonight. Baker under 240, AJ Green over 4.5, and Kareem Hunt over 3.5. Just give me 1 second here. We got the over under tonight, guys, at 44.5. Where are you at there?
Under. Shout out Donnie, by the way, for jumping in the chat. He was my freshman tackle.
I'll take the under.
What up, Donnie? 3 for the under. So we're all going to the under here. The spread, Bengals +6, Browns -6. Nick, can the Browns cover the spread tonight at home? They are at home, right?
Yeah.
The battle for Ohio takes place in Cleveland.
No, they can't.
I agree with Nick. I think the Bengals are going to cover.
Yep.
I would not be surprised they win.
All right, so we're all across the board here. The Bengals cover the spread, and the total goes to the under. I can't disagree. That's what I've been feeling all day long. I think the kid comes in a little bit hungrier this week, looking for that first W that was stripped from him week 1. So, yeah, I'm on the Bengals tonight, and as I say that, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and make my bets.
Donnie has a question. What do you guys think
What up,
of
Donnie?
Mohamed Sanu and his impact at San Francisco?
Don't start him this week is what I think. We need to wait and see. I don't really know what's going to happen there. He was cut from the Patriots because of a foot issue, so I'm not necessarily in love with it. You got to like the relationship that he has with Shanahan coming from Atlanta. You like that. He was my early indicator to sign there when they signed Kevin White.
Yep.
I was like he was in the building, and you signed Kevin White instead. So obviously they didn't love what they saw from him there, but they're saying that he's going to get volume. I did add him in a deep league. I did add him. He's rostered on my team, but I got him for free. I didn't have to spend anything on him. I think in a week or two he might be something, but nothing that I'm running to the well for this week.
Yeah, that would be one if you're in a deep league and you have the space, take it. Because we were talking about earlier when we started that everybody's just dying in San Francisco and that team has so many injuries.
Yep.
So I wouldn't expect any immediate impact.
I can get the Bengals at +7 for only -140. I'm gonna give them an extra point. Screw it.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Give them a touchdown, Always got to check that out, guys. Got to give yourself a little bit more value. If you can adjust your numbers and, maybe you lose a couple of points, but I went from -120 to -140. I'll take that all day.
Unless it's the fucking Browns. You could double their spread and they'll still fuck you over.
Yeah, don't do that, Emron.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Just stop.
Sometimes you just got to be smart.
Yeah.
I hate when I'm not. I hate it when I'm not.
I just, I had a conversation with myself and it didn't end well.
Absolutely. So we got the under. We're all in agreement. I got the under last week. I got it on the Chiefs and the Houston.
What point did you get?
The total. I got 54.5 at the end of the first quarter. That was the original game total, and the score ended at 54 points, baby.
Oh, yeah, that was sweet.
I just thought it was hilarious because Hilaire couldn't get into the end zone.
Well, that and Houston had to score 13 or 14 points in the fourth quarter to even hit that number, to even come close. They were doing nothing for most of the game, and then they started going off, getting me a little worried about my number. I was like, "What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Stop it!"
Damn. That hook, man. That hook will get you.
It will. But yeah, I got that 0.5 at the end of the first. I was all about it. We're at 8:22 right here, so we're getting ready for a kickoff. Should be taking place any minute. We're gonna get up. What do we got here? Oh yeah, we're gonna get the stat tracker pulled up, and then we're gonna jump into some Thrive. Just give me 1 second here. All right, so the Thrive fantasy app that we've partnered with, it's pretty much like daily fantasy sports. Haven't tried it yet. Tonight's my first night. I'm gonna go through my lineup here, just kind of give you an idea of how it works. What your selections can be. We just went through the props, so that's exactly it. They give you options essentially, and you just make your selection. It's just one or the other. So if it's like the Burrow passing yards, if he's at 240, you just pick: is it going to be under or is it going to be over? Just navigating the app here. But Thrive Fantasy, they have unlimited need, or they've eliminated the need to do countless hours of research because they only ask you to do, top tier athletes in their respective sport, just picking their prop. Each prop has a fantasy point total associated with the over and under based on its likelihood to occur. The more points the selection is worth, the riskier it is.
You can use promo code to the Hizzy when you sign up today, and you'll receive an instant $20 bonus on your first deposit of $20 or more. You can download the Thrive Fantasy on the App Store or the Google Play Store, or by visiting their website, www.thrivefantasy.com. Sign up and prop up today.
You got it pulled up there, Emron. Are you making your picks now for a lineup?
Yeah, it's I can't get for this game, unfortunately, because I think they closed it out.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
It looks like we're about to take our first snap. Oh, they did take their first snap already.
All right, so start off with Joe Burrow, the rook. All right.
Deep ball. Going up top, AJ Green.
No.
I don't think it's going
Yeah,
to
he got it.
Oh, Ref says yes.
he's hurt.
He's pulling up a knee.
He's hurt.
He's pulling up a knee. My prop is gone.
Hold on.
Hurt.
That is pretty. That is, oh my God.
I don't know if the right leg does not
Did he
get.
get shin down, though? Did he get a shin down?
I don't
That
think
would
so.
count.
I don't think so. I think he just injured his leg and he's going to be gone for the rest of the game. I don't think so. I don't think that's a catch.
It was pretty, but
So listen, I'm going up against AJ Green tonight in fantasy, so maybe I lose my prop. I don't think that's a catch. He's got one toe in.
Probably got air knocked out of him.
Hey, at USC, that's a catch. LSU, that's a catch. All right, kid? Throw it a little bit more in bounds, huh? Hey, I like the confidence, though. First snap for Burrow, he throws it out there, but that's not a catch, guys. That's not a catch. That's a bad call by the referee. He's right there. AJ Green is hurt. He's already hurt. He's not looking happy with that. Oh man, I don't love it. I don't love it.
Disappointing.
I just said I'm playing against him, and I don't love it.
I do love it.
Jump into some of the picks for this week. Is there any games right out of the gate, Emron, that you wanna tackle? I know that you dropped your picks today.
Yeah, so
I got the board pulled up here if you want to take a quick peek.
I'm okay. I guess one that really stood out to me, where I thought the favorites and the underdogs we flipped around, was that the Vikings are actually 3-point underdogs at Indy, which was a little bit surprising to me. I know the Vikings lost a blowout. Not a blowout. They lost a shootout to Green Bay at home. But I thought, we all kind of figured Green Bay would be a competitive team this year, vying for the playoffs. Jags, a lot of us, at least for me, I'll speak for myself, I thought they were going to be a team that, vying for Trevor Lawrence, right? And that sweepstakes, they came back. Minshew.
Hey, I thought Washington was too.
And then, Minshew, came back and won that game. So I like, I'm going to tease it a little bit, but tomorrow I'm going to drop 5 bets I like for the weekend of NFL. So
right on.
I'll share that out for you guys. But I think that game intrigues me a little bit. I think the Vikings are going to pull that one out. Another one that intrigues me will stay down in the AFC South, the Jaguars and the Titans. Now, the Titans, they had
a close one.
Yeah, they had a dogfight with the Broncos, The Titans kicker wanted to keep the Broncos in it as long as he could. But, I think the Jags...
Steven Gostkowski?
Yeah.
Steven Gostkowski? He's had 3 seasons where he's missed 3 kicks or more. He had 4 misses the other night.
It's just...
It was embarrassing.
Yeah, he hit the one that counted, right? So
whatever.
So that one, I think the Titans will still pull it out. But
incomplete pass.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, nuts. There goes.
I can't believe they had a challenge for that. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So that's another one that intrigues me.
Quick thing, Donnie, stay away from the New York Jets backfield. We went over it earlier, but just stay away from them. Frank Gore's great for being the most games for a running back. Good for him, but he's not going to help your fantasy, bro. Okay, just letting you know.
Here comes a drawn up run play for Burrow. Empty set.
That middle of the field.
Empty set.
He's got the killer stare going.
I fucking love Joe Burrow.
I do too. I got the rookie card over there. Let's see it. Not a designed run.
There you go.
Good throw. Who do we got? The luxury yardage there.
Is that Uzomah?
That is. Wait for it.
Anthony Boyd. 12 yards?
It's good. It's good. Good little.
Got a quarter of his prop right there.
All right, back to Jags and the Titans.
Yes, I think it'll be a competitive game. The other game, I'm really just out of curiosity, just because I want to see. Because one of the things we were talking about, we've hinted at. Some teams needed preseason, just whether it's because you have a lot of new players or just it's a young team, young coach.
Yep.
And also the other reason, I'm going to be looking for the next forward to the next few weeks is seeing who's real and who's not, right?
Yeah.
There's been so many unique circumstances in the NFL this offseason with COVID and how teams have been playing, getting a little feisty here.
Getting a little chippy.
In Ohio.
Yeah.
It's the backup tight end, guys. Relax.
It's the Battle of Ohio.
He's got family in the. I was going to say in the stands, but watching at home.
Hey, and the Broncos do.
Yeah.
Broncos brought family to the game. That was kind of cool.
That is cool. But I was going to say that with the Cardinals and the Washington football team, Washington, they invested a lot in that defensive front. A lot of first-round picks there. Ricky Chase Young already had a sack and a half in his first game.
Second and a half.
Kyler Murray's a real speedster. He could run around all over the place. I'm really curious to see how the Washington team matches up. Currently they are. Let's put a little respect on their name, guys. The NFC East leaders after 1 week.
1-0.
But that's another game I'm going to be interested in. And then another one that jumps out at me is Monday night. I just want to see what the Saints do without Thomas. That's because it is a different look. It is a different look. Just him not being there at all. Like it's just they have Kamara, right? Cooks, Traquan Smith, Sanders. It's curious to see who's going to eat.
I don't know. Take Traquan Smith out of that mix, though. He's such a bastard. Bernard with the snap there with Burrow. Burrow with the legs.
Run.
Oh,
God,
getting shifty. Getting shifty for the first down and the knock, he says. And the knock.
So, Justin, that's a quarter of his prop right there.
That's not bad. I stayed away.
And drive one.
Told you.
Well, he's got to get there first. So going to my Thrive lineup, I do have Joe Burrow. Let's see. I do have him under the 240, so I took that there as well, under the 240 passing yards. The run helps that. I don't hate it. Austin Hooper over 35 receiving yards.
Oh, that's Bernard.
Yep, that was Bernard. Well, yeah, and they're just using him back there. I mean, the dude still has a role. I mean, right now he's got more snaps than Mixon. Odell, I have over the 4.5 catches, so apparently I didn't abide by that. Oh, no, I did say that while we were doing it because I said Landry's going to have a down game. Rushing TDs over 0.5 for Chubb. I like that value that they gave me there. Baker Mayfield, again, under 225. I took this one. Jeez. So Thrive app actually had him at 225. Bet Online AG, where I placed my bet. Shout out to the AG. Hashtag, I think that's Venezuela or Argentina. Not sure.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Should have been a 4-yard loss. That ends up being, what is it, Mixon?
4-yard gain?
Yeah.
Or so. Yeah, well.
It's pretty significant.
The man's got it. The man's got it.
Good dude.
Tyler Boyd, I put over 0.5 receiving touchdown. AJ Green, again, I did put over 4.5 catches, but who knows? We'll get back on the field, Green. Mike Thomas had their last catch, by the way.
The other Mike Thomas.
Yep. Yeah, the other Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas, not Michael.
I kind of want to pick him up in a league and just try to trade him to somebody and see if they actually check.
That would be dope. Like Matt Barkley style.
A league that I had people know I have Thomas in. Like, hey man, injury scares me. Let's just give me somebody.
What's CIN mean?
I don't like that run.
Yeah, I don't like that on third down at all.
They loaded the box too.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they go for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wrapping it up here, I have Joe Mixon over 0.5 rushing touchdowns. Joe Mixon over 75 rushing rush yards. Sorry, and then Kareem Hunt over they just gave me over 0.5. He just has to hit one touchdown, rushing or receiving. I love that. So they definitely give you a few more options here, and I had to pick from like 20 options.
Oh, they're going for it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
I mean, they 3rd and 3, and they give it a handoff. Then I spread it out.
And when this could be middle of the field. All he's got is that linebacker.
Let's see what he does.
Quick out.
Yeah, I like a quick out. 1, 2. That's too long.
Good throw.
Got it. Boyd.
Good.
I'm not seeing AJ Green.
It's not like I don't play Madden, guys. I know what's going on in here.
I know how to find the open spots.
Where's the hot route?
No, you only have to throw to the red route. Otherwise, the game gets super upset. Don't throw to anyone but the red route.
Are those fans in Cleveland?
I think they had like 7,000 fans or something.
Yeah,
like
there's a lot. There's a lot of teams that are doing the soft openings.
Oh, okay, Cleveland. I didn't think they were one of them. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they were going to be. Did they host the game last week?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
They were in Baltimore. When they were getting that beat down.
Mm-hmm. Baltimore said nah. Baltimore said nah. Which I'm down with. Baltimore's not a clean place, guys.
Yeah, this is gonna be like the first time in like a few years where I won't get the opportunity to see a Bears game live. Sarah and I were going back and forth of the teams on their schedule. The only one that's got the stadium open as of now is Jacksonville.
Ugh.
I mean, tickets would be cheap and
get to see Minshew.
Well,
Fuck it.
I was going to see Mitch, but the bench.
What week is it?
Like 16 or something.
This is a hypothetical question. So
Tyler Bray.
Big all-day Tyler Bray.
Would you rather your last game be the Monday night game that we went to, or your last game be a Jaguars game?
That one.
To see Minshew.
Well, that's where I met Justin, so that's obviously that game.
That was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good game. I mean, we got there early. Tailgating was a blast.
Mitch looked good.
Mitch looked great. In the first half. Mitch had him. The video I posted. Oh, I love that. That was too much. No, they had us in the first half, though. they had us. Fourth quarter, all Bears out of the back of the end zone for Burrow, looking for A.J. Green in the end zone.
He's healthy.
He's on the field still. I don't love it.
Barely healthy.
I don't love it.
Hanging on by a ligament.
Man, this guy was so good when he was healthy.
He was top.
He made Andy
Top
Dalton
notch.
look great.
He made his career. He got him that $100 million contract.
Yeah. Wait, he was paid $100 million, Andy Dalton?
Andy Dalton got a six.
Oh, man.
He's
That makes me feel worse about myself. Eesh.
yeah, dude.
That's tough.
Try harder, everybody.
It can make you feel worse.
That could make you feel worse, he says.
Mike Glennon's still on an NFL team.
Oh, man. The Raiders?
Good for Mike.
No, I think he's on the Jags now, I think. Mike Glennon, man. Chase Daniel's a likable guy, so I'm okay with him getting paid everywhere. Yeah, he's on the Jags. He looks like he belongs on the Jags.
That's rude.
Hey, man, I'll say it.
Man.
Baker's smiling over there. Bengals are about to score.
This is a good opening drive, by the way, guys.
Yeah, it's great for the spread, by the way. It's going to be a good start.
Sucking up 7 minutes and kicking a field goal.
Oh, I don't mind at all. That makes that fourth down huge.
I do like that fourth down that they went for too. I think Taylor's getting aggressive, which I think he should do. You know, what do you got to lose?
Yeah, absolutely. So I like Joe Mixon here. I think he's going to finish this drive.
I think so too.
In motion. Give it to him.
Get out, Mixon.
There you go.
I thought you almost got it. Is that Garrett? No.
I don't know, but they're kicking now.
Yeah, you got to kick now. Great for the under, guys.
Oh, man. Who is 60?
Is that Adrian Claiborne?
Was that Johnson on the offensive
I think it was
line?
Adrian Claiborne. He's a replacement.
Yeah, it's Adrian Claiborne. Oh, yeah. His shin hit the ground first, so he was done. Yeah. He fell down anyways.
All right, Bullock. Round 2. Your next kick since the dead leg. What do we get?
I swear to God.
If you miss this, bro. Right down the middle.
I think it's the same distance it was on Sunday.
Stop them. They took it back a little bit. They got like a penalty. They were trying to get him on the snap or whatever.
Yeah.
Survived that drive without any points for AJ Green. Great, solid. Not great for my props, but great for fantasy. Let me take a look at the board here. Look at some games that I'm loving for this week. Going to a commercial break here for this game. Take a look at some spreads. I like the Steelers at -7. I think their defense is going to lock it in. I'm not sure that Lock necessarily has the same success up against the Steelers this week.
No way.
So I'll take the Steelers at -7. You know, Lock coming from the West Coast, going to the East Coast in Pittsburgh. Defense looks completely stifling. Just look ready, right? I like what I saw out of the Broncos. I like what I saw out of the Lock in the first quarter and the second quarter. Kind of faded a little bit towards the end of the game. Kind of lost his touch here and there. So yeah, I'll take the Steelers at -7. I like that.
So I like the Broncos, but all it depends on for me is if Sutton plays or not.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to win the game. I think Steelers are just very good. I think the Broncos are going to be very competitive, just the way Vic Fangio's got them coached. If Sutton plays, I think that gives them a shot to compete a little bit better. If Sutton's out, I take the money on the Steelers.
Yeah, absolutely. And if Sutton's there, I love Jerry Jeudy a little bit more this week. Led the team last week in targets, 8 targets. Only had 4 catches. Would have won me my game if he secured all of his catches, but it is what it is.
No, I think so. We've talked about it all summer long. There's just so many young players that are really good on that team that you were eager to see.
KJ Hamler practicing this week.
Yep.
He looks like
That's a burner, man.
He'll be making his first appearance this Sunday. And if that's the case, if they have Hamler, Sutton, and Jeudy, maybe that makes up for missing Lindsey, who I honestly feel like it's going to play a role in that offense. Like not having that same depth at the run is going to play a
I think so, and that's
role.
where I think he'll go. They'll sub it out though with the West Coast offenses. They sub out the short passes for running game. So I think you'd see more passes to Fant and even to Gordon out of the backfield.
Fant, man, he had an explosive first half for me on Monday night, but they just put him away in the second half. 1 target, that was it. Very similar to like a Henry Ruggs. Got some rack in the beginning of the game, but got hurt, came back. Fant wasn't hurt, but man, they were all over him. And I loved his touchdown catch.
Yeah.
They had a penalty on him, had 3 men on him. Not a great throw, Lock. Do better next time. I'm sure there was someone more open, but thank you for the touchdown. But yeah, into force coverage, 3 guys on him. There was a penalty. Still banged it. Got it home.
Philadelphia is favored over the Rams, which is interesting.
Last I saw,
Where at?
Was it +1?
Right here.
I got +1 for the Eagles.
I got -1 over here.
Oof. Not great.
ESPN, I think uses Caesars. Yeah, that's what you're on, right, Nick?
Yeah, I'm on ESPN.
They use Caesars. So I picked in my weekly. I picked the Rams just because mainly because the Eagles' biggest issue in Week 1, aside from blowing that lead, was that offensive line. I understand you have backups and stuff, but 8 sacks is unexcusable. And like we talked about earlier with Wentz, he saved. They could have been a lot more.
Yeah.
And now, as good as the Washington defense, so it really worries me. Eagles are really weak on the outside at receiver, and Jalen Ramsey is a shutdown corner. So,
do you put Jalen Ramsey on Ertz or Goddard this week? I mean, how do you play with that? I mean, but they have some depth there.
Yeah.
Landry with a catch.
I think it'll dictate by game. If for some reason Ertz or Goddard start killing them, I think they'll get creative and do that. But I think they'll keep him on the outside to start.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, we've seen Belichick do such a thing to like Jimmy Graham, Zach Ertz. I mean, it's not unheard of. So yeah, I could see something like that happening. Ertz, didn't necessarily get shut down last week, but wasn't really able to get it going. Goddard was the offense for their receivers.
Yep.
Couldn't get Jackson included. Rieger kind of sprinkled in here or there. Had one big play for a big game.
Good leg for Baker.
Yep. Baker delivers.
Good catch.
Ratley?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hodge.
Daryl Hodge, 55% snap share last week, week 1. No run for Chubb or Hunt yet. See what we get.
It's a really good play call. And
Yeah, it was good. It was
throw to
good.
run.
Good setup. Dude was wide open. Landry was even more open.
Yeah,
But
I thought he overthrew Landry at first.
yep. Ball didn't look great out of the hands, but that's all right.
That was terrible.
Did not look great. Not a clean ball. Wasn't, say, Russell Wilson-esque. Looks like he was really taking care of it. Chubb, first carry of the game. Maybe
That was a corner that came off the outside, so that was.
he gets
playing
maybe he gets one there. Maybe he gets one.
That was the guy, Mackenzie Alexander. His dad was missing, and he went down to Florida and
Yeah, I heard
beat
about
up the
that.
guy who was with his dad, and
Last.
his dad was found 2 days later.
He beat up someone.
He beat up someone for leaving his dad in the woods or something like that.
Oh.
For death, yeah.
Sometimes you just got to go
Good to see him on the field. Glad to see
beat
that.
some ass
He
sometimes.
cleared up all his legal issues.
You just got to go beat some ass.
Come on, I'm feeling
beat the brakes off.
feeling a bomb to Odell.
Feeling a
Yeah.
well, now it's past.
Hooper.
He didn't need to jump there.
Well, we got the first down.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, I'll do the next one.
Well, it's first down.
Oh, okay.
It's a little more favorable to the run now.
Field goal.
I say the Browns ended with a touchdown.
I don't know. They're looking good right now. They're looking clean. Definitely look a little bit more prepared. Could be
That's a good throw.
could be playing at home. Got some fans. You know,
Yeah.
Baker's feeding on the energy. Yeah. Energy's good. Yeah. Oh, this has got to be a run, right? Play action. Chubb to the right. Gets not much.
The O-line's not getting a lot of movement.
The O-line's banged up.
Yeah.
banged up. You know, they're missing Conklin. They're missing Tretter, not all night long. They got starters there. People aren't dying. That's okay. Let Chubb run to the right and let Hunt run to the left. I'm starting to Hunt up against A.J. Green, so need all the help I can get, boys. Need all the help I can get. See, we got a flag on the field. Looks like it's on the Browns.
Do you think Eckler will wake up receiving wise?
I think Anthony Lynn needs to wake that up. I mean, I don't know if Eckler gets to have a say in if he gets catches or not, but yeah, they need to feed him the ball the more in the passing game. Absolutely ridiculous. You know, the way that game went last week, there was no flow. You know, no pace of play whatsoever.
That was one of the sloppier games I felt like I saw last week.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was an afternoon game too, dude. It was rough.
Yep.
Another run to Chubb. Oh, some
First
positive
and
gain there.
22, yeah.
Yep, some positive gain there.
Down to maybe a second and 16, second
They
and
need to
17.
go to a zone running scheme. They seem to be going man on man, but when they went zone, that back end, there was one guy that came open, but that gave another hat to be able to block forward for
Why do they
Chubb.
keep showing this replay?
It's a late
That's
play.
what-
Yeah,
That's
it's a late
penalty for-
play, but it's just like
I don't think it was horrible.
I don't think it was that bad. Like
Did he need to do it? No.
he had his hands up like this in his chest. I
Yeah.
think, what the hell are you doing? It's like-
See, shit like that is what fucks up a drive because I felt really confident they're going to get a touch. Now they're down to, even though you got the 6 yards on first down.
hey, we're getting into tight position here too.
Yeah.
This is where Baker makes the mistakes. Second pump there, delivers,
Good
nice,
There you go,
throw.
Chubb
and he
got
gets
one.
it
Good
to
throw.
and he gets it to Chubb.
Very good throw. Now you got a shot on third down.
It's like 3rd and 10.
Maybe a little less.
I thought it was less than that.
Yeah, because I think it's second and 16. Looked like you got 10 maybe.
Since Odell, good God,
Jeez.
dear God. Well, and the system was different too, right? The system before didn't make him take any liberties or any chances. When he got Odell, it was like, all right, let's fling this thing. Let's see what we can do. Oh wait, we can't.
Yeah, I'll wait for this play. Then I want to bring up something I was thinking about. On
Yeah,
the drive over.
third and 7.
Who went
Odell
off?
jumped.
They didn't call it on anybody. Okay.
Boo.
Oh, coming for the sack.
Come on, Baker. Come on,
Baker, looking
7
to-
yards,
looking
7
to do it with his
yards.
legs.
7 yards.
Easy money.
There it is. That's got to be it. That's got to be 8 yards.
It was
His prop was
8.
what set? Oh,
Whoa, Baker, no, Baker, no, don't do that.
splitting it up.
Yeah, you don't need to do that though.
Jarvis, you're the cool one, man. You're
Yeah,
the cool one.
just stay out of there, Baker. Someone's gonna grab you by your helmet and pull you to the
Baker's
ground.
prop for rushing was 7.5.
Yep.
Game. There it is.
That was way too low.
No one likes to listen to me around here. Jeez.
I agreed with you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I was like, that's just way too. I was like, he can get that on one run.
Yeah.
And he got sneaky mobility.
And the
Well, he had
the
to turn-
Browns line isn't good enough to keep him in the pocket.
No.
And
That's what I was
and which side did he run to?
The left.
The left.
To the left. To the left.
It's gonna be to the left all night. I'm telling you, that right side's gonna be big trouble.
So should give the Browns a little bit of a props though. They were dealing with the first 22.
Yeah.
They got out of it, continued to drive.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I was thinking about in the drive over, guys, what I was saying for the last play, is when the Browns were having success, and when they had in Baker's rookie year, the head coach was Greg Williams. Freddie Kitchens was running that offense. Why would you not just stick with Williams? Why would you go ahead and just let him go? Like if things
didn't Williams replaced what's his name that
they fired Hugh Jackson.
Yeah, they fired
he took
Hugh
over as interim, and they were very competitive after that. And it's just the Browns are just not making common sense decisions. And then I was reading about that. I thought it was a typo that Baker's had 4 head coaches in his.
Oh, here we go,
career.
Chubb to the end zone.
To the what?
End zone.
To the Hizzy.
To the Hizzy. What was it? The Chubb catch and the Baker run. I mean, kept the drives alive. I like it.
Yeah.
And Baker easily. I mean, if he doesnn't roll back to the right on that play on the the 8-yard run, he goes down for a sack.
Yeah, they came a field goal.
He goes down for a sack. So that was a good drive.
So good. I do want to give props to the Browns because that's normally you were saying usually that's where the Browns fuck up.
Yeah, it's in the red. Yeah, around the red zone. Yeah,
and they bounce back. So good finish by them. Mm-hmm. 2 good opening drives start off the game by both teams. Actually, one of them finished with a touchdown, but
not something you expect on Thursday night.
No, not at all.
The under's not looking great.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Already got 10.
Well, let's see if Parkey can hit the pat.
Oh, fuck you, Cody Parkey.
I thought that was a Subway sandwich that Baker was holding. It's a water bottle.
That'd be funny. Just like
take
munching on a sub. Like,
hey, Bill, I'm calling you.
All right, $1 higher real quick. Does Cody Parkey have a doink in this game?
No. It's down the middle.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a bastard. Cut the leg off. Nick Chubb, first touchdown of the year, first drive. Looked good. He looked a lot better than last week. Literally, that whole drive was just better than his performance last week. Can we turn up the Celine Dion song? Oh, it's on Celine Dion song. Sorry. Every time I see the Russ Wilson coming out with his eyes up out of that tunnel, I keep thinking that it's the Celine Dion. It's all coming back to me now. Guys ever watch the music video? Don't. It's like a sequel to the movie Ghost. Celine Dion's husband leaves in the middle of the night, dies, and then comes back as a ghost and has sex with Celine Dion. I don't know. Then she starts singing. It's really weird. Hashtag the 90s. That's where I'm from. Let's see here. We were talking about the Jets and the Niners. Can the Niners cover the spread on the road? 7 points?
Yeah.
7 points?
I don't know.
It's
Probably
the
not.
Jets, man.
It's the goddamn Jets.
It's the goddamn Jets. And
The Niners are favored minus 310. Might be the highest one on the board.
Sheesh.
I feel like
the
there's got to be
Jets.
another one that's higher.
The Chiefs at minus 385,
Yeah.
but that's not that far off.
No.
Do you guys remember during the old school NFL drafts when they would show the fans in the stands at the draft, and it was always the Jets fans were the craziest fans that you would see on the TV.
They were never happy with the
They were just always booing.
They were the Eagles.
Yeah,
They were just always booing.
They were always pumped up and always booing, but man, I understand why they're so antsy about stuff because it's just
I'd be
their
mad
team
too, man.
sucks.
Dude, I'm a mad Bears fan all the time. I mean, I didn't love the
Redskins
draft.
fan.
I didn't love
I
it.
did love this year's
I
draft,
didn't love. I wanted Delpit.
Cole Kmet was the best one.
Safety zone. Yeah. I know Jalen Johnson had a baller game. Actually.
He came up with the play. He came up with the play at the end.
He almost had a pick early.
But I don't hate the Jalen Johnson. I hate the Cole Kmet pick. Give me Grant Delpit. Grant Delpit can have a career. He doesn't get hurt for the Browns. The whole man's life changes.
Safety. I don't know, man. I already got Eddie Jackson.
Dude, Grant Delpit was
Xavier
legit.
McKinney still available, or did he go earlier?
I think he went real early or real late in this first round.
Yeah. I can't remember if he went over him or not. But yeah, Grant Delpit or Xavier McKinney was who I wanted for the Bears. So I'm sorry.
I wasn't happy about Kmet early on. He grew on me.
I mean,
He hasn't barely played.
Yes, yeah.
The concept has grown on me. Well, he almost had a touchdown. He almost had a touchdown last week. If Mitch, if that one was on him. If he had actually gone to the inside like he should have, he had a walk-in touchdown.
Well, Jimmy Graham had 7 catches for 25 yards. I mean, what are we getting out of the tight end position right now?
It was 3.
What?
It was 3 catches.
3 catches? I thought he had 7.
7 targets, probably.
Oh, 7 targets. Okay.
Well, I mean, had he jumped at proper time, he probably would have had 7 catches. But I'm
I thought he had 7 catches.
Yeah.
I gotta find out.
Yeah, no problem.
I gotta know.
Yeah. But I did like how they were using the tight ends, though. It's nice to actually have tight ends.
Yeah, I mean, obviously those guys can catch, right?
Mitch, he was a little bit accurate. Actually, all 3 of the tight ends could have had a touchdown. He missed Harris actually wide open as well.
Demetrius Harris.
Yeah. And they're all tall as fuck, man. Well, like 6, 7.
Yeah, you're right. 3. Yeah, it was only 3.
Only
Bears had 7 catches. What was I thinking?
My guy Anthony Miller looked good though.
As usual. A play to make his day though, but he looked great.
Yeah, when they decide to throw it to him though, like what happens? Like, did you see that one-hander he had, which was just filthy?
Burrow with the delivery.
Ooh,
AJ Green with the contested ball. In and out of the chest. The kid throws a little too hard for the old man.
You bail out your quarterback. I like that. That's a really.
I hits him right in the chest.
Yes, Denzel Ward's on
up against Denzel Ward.
Oh, no, that actually was a damn good throw. That was on AJ.
But look at Ward even on this one. He almost knocks it out himself. I mean, I say AJ. AJ makes the play there.
Yeah, he makes the play.
Ward is about to knock that thing out of there. Got Joe Mixon, 2nd and 2, first down.
I think that's very smart. Play it safe, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Give Mixon his love.
A little 4-yard carry.
We're coming down to the end of the first year. We're at 7-3. I mean, that's a nice pace of play, right? Like, it was really slow up the field for both, so that'll lend.
Neither team punted, and both teams had one drive, and they both had a really good drive to start out.
Mm-hmm. John Reed's gooning up today with us, so he said, not looking good for Monday Night Football. I have Joe Mixon over 14.5 points and Chubb under 13.5. Full PPR.
Ooh, the Chubb is going to hurt. You're going to need an injury there, John. But Goon up for sure. Mixon can hit that. But,
look at that penetration. That
but Chubb is... Uh-oh. Oh, with the spin move. Get down, son.
Oof.
Sorry, Sheldon Richardson. Come on, Burrow.
Richardson.
This isn't the SEC anymore.
Yeah, that spin move ain't going to work here, man.
No, he did that, and it looked so pretty, but... I thought he was.
I don't like that though, man. We got the Bengals on the spread here. If they punt this drive because they're in a bad position off this play here, that's a big loss right now.
I think that's a play Burrow's going to learn from. You throw that away.
Yep.
You throw that away.
Yeah, and very kind of Richardson to bring him down by the pads.
He didn't want a penalty.
Whatever. He could have did that with a lot more veracity. Yeah. That's for sure. For certain.
Smart, got an easy sack. That's one Burrow you can't have, man. 2nd and 10, take that, nice and easy.
Baker, top of the world now. Clapping at people.
Is he wearing a headband?
Yes, he is.
He does.
Yeah, he does that. He's kind of got a little, LeBron hairline going on.
The old Baker band.
I don't know what.
Baker's pumped, but hey, home fans got that energy. When we were talking earlier about needing the preseason, Baker is like right down the middle as a candidate for that. And last week, all I could keep thinking was he hasn't been competing with anybody. He gets along with all of his teammates. They all, just love each other, right? And he's just one of those guys that needs an edge. Like, he needs a reason to be pissed off. I'm not calling him Michael Jordan. I'm not calling him Michael Jordan. But he's like that.
Then it was personal.
Yeah,
chip
exactly.
on his shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, yeah, exactly. He has to have that chip on his shoulder. He needs somebody dogging him, talking about him all the time. That was everything about him coming into this league.
Baker, get better, man. Come on. You're terrible.
Yeah, sorry. All kids run from the cops at some point. And, hey, I've done it too. I've been there. I just don't get caught and tackle them or fight back because that's dumb. But
yeah, it's just I think he's got that chip on the shoulder this year. They had all the hype in the world last year. And this year...
I didn't see that week 1.
Yeah. Oh, no. Week 1. No. I'm saying, like, I mean, if that's what he needs, he's got a chip. And that chip's just growing. Like, week 1... It's not that they lost the Ravens. Like, they didn't show up.
Just the way that they did. They
didn't compete.
Oh, by the way, Odell, no pulse yet.
Yep.
No pulse tonight. I think Landry's got a couple of catches, though.
I think he got 1.
Yeah, he almost tried to get in that fight.
Trying to get kicked out of the game. Could you imagine if, you actually listened to me and sat Landry tonight and then he got kicked out? Make a dollar holler my way, man. Throw a dollar in the chat. What the hell? Oh, I guess this is a good time, better than any other, to remind you guys that we're now partnered with the Thrive Fantasy app. Come prop up on Thrive Fantasy this season. Thrive Fantasy is a daily fantasy sports app for player props. They have eliminated the need to do countless hours of research because they only ask you about the top-tier athletes in a respective sport. Each prop has a fantasy point total associated with the over or under based on its likelihood to occur. The more points a selection is worth, the riskier it is.
You can use promo code to the Hizzy when you sign up today, and you'll receive an instant $20 bonus on your first deposit of $20 or more. You can download Thrive Fantasy on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, or by visiting their website, www.thrivefantasy.com. Sign up and prop up today.
Prop up today. It's a lot of fun, guys.
Prop up, guys, is a really, really cool app. It's so creative and so excited to start using it.
Yeah, and it's a lot more fun, honestly, than FanDuel and DraftKings. Like, FanDuel and DraftKings, you're going up against millions, hundreds of thousands of people. this is a newer app, guys. You can get a little bit more value here because there are less people in it. The prizes, they don't have $1 million prizes or anything. $100,000 moves. But at the same time, a little bit more value, less entrance, and if you plug in the promo code to the Hizzy, you get at least double your deposit. I put on my original deposit and I just got like $10, so that's what you get. You get to double your bonus essentially.
Yep.
And to be very clear, it's real money. It's not like bonus, pretend play money or points or free roll or any of that stuff. It's real money. So they'll give you $20 and that's live cash. So get in there to the Hizzy's, the promo code. If you somehow forget to post it on there, they'll send you an email. Just respond to
Which I thought
Hizzy.
was really cool when I signed up, that they said, did you forget to put a promo code in?
Yes, I did.
Every other company.
Oh,
Shit.
Fumble! They are punting this drive.
Wow.
There it goes.
Was he not paying attention? Because I looked
watched
away.
a replay, actually.
Yeah, I looked away from the screen.
It just happened really fast.
And Burrow's calling a timeout. Calling a timeout. Oh, he tried to call a timeout.
Oh, shit. Oh, I think that's worth a challenge.
I don't know. The ball's coming right out of his ass. The kid might be behind. I mean, hey, he's a rookie. These are rookie mistakes. I don't think you can challenge that. I just don't think you do that. I think that's Kevin Stefanski isn't Adam Gase.
It's not worth it at this point. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to have another shot at a 3rd and 20?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say with the Thrive app was the bonus is pretty quick. Like Justin mentioned, it is real dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, they give it to you right away.
Some of these places you have to spend your first 20 to get it back. But this one, I had that. I deposited 20 to test it out, and I got 20 right away back. So my wallet was looking at 39. I think I bet $1 bet on something. I'm not sure what yet, but we'll definitely spark it up this week. Oh, spark up the lineups. Just the lineups.
What?
Nothing.
What's it? You hanging out after?
To see what it is, but yeah,
We're sending him home right away, Sarah. I swear. Right away.
But no, I'm really excited to work with these guys, just like you guys mentioned.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to full steam ahead with Thrive. Going to be a good relationship. All right,
If you guys got Twitter, follow us on Twitter. I'm at Nick Davis TITTH. Justin's at To The Hizzy, and then Emron's at icon _21.
No, just 21.
Dang, you always get me on that.
I always have to figure out what I'm going to do when I'm tagging you in something. Like, do I go icon or do I go Mr. Chicago? Or like, what do I type? What do I do with my hands?
Yeah, I changed my name to I think Mr. Chicago Bear. Back in 2011, 2012, when the Bears were consistently at least vying for the playoffs.
Cutler, Marshall, Verlaker,
I was very active.
Forte.
I was fighting the same people all the time. I think at that time the biggest Cutler hater was Trent Dilfer. I would call him a dipshit. I got into it with Deion Sanders once. Oh my God, that was a.
What did Deion have to say? I mean, Deion, he's
it's kind of an explicit conversation if you guys want to know.
Oh, hey, this is the Hizzy. When I'm uploading the Spotify information, it asks if this is explicit material.
So it was I think in 20.
Is this for kids? The answer is no.
It was 2010, I think, and the Bears had played a Thursday night game against the Packers, and as usual.
What do we lose by 30?
No, I think it was by 10.
Oh, wow.
But so he was.
Not bad.
He's one of those people notorious that he would always go at Cutler, and
Mm-hmm.
you know me, so my quarterback, right? It's the first half decent quarterback.
It's my quarterback.
My quarterback.
That's my quarterback.
That's the first and only above average quarterback they had in my lifetime.
Put some respect on Kyle Orton's name, sir. Carried us to a Super Bowl.
On the bench?
What do you mean? Grossman was out till the week before the NFC Championship week.
No, 06, he played the whole game.
No. He did. Grossman did. I mean, before that.
05?
Yeah,
05,
Orton got him there. We got to pull it up. 8 games, 9 games, more?
No, 06, he didn't play any.
No, I'm talking about
Oh, here we go.
The run.
Get into Chicago Bear history.
We got to get into it now.
No, it's 06. 06, Grossman played all 16 games. Orton played in 05 when Rex got hurt. And Rex came off the bench in the
And we went to the Super Bowl. The year we went to the Super Bowl.
You can check.
I'm gonna, baby. Gotta find it. We're saying 05 or 06.
05 is when he played. 06, Rex played all games.
I'm talking about the Super Bowl year, so that has to be 05.
No, 06 is the Super Bowl.
Okay, so here we go. 06. Do.
Sure.
We're scrolling. He did. You bastard.
I know.
So he was gone then.
No, he was on the bench. They had Greasy.
No, it says he was gone.
Brian Greasy.
Says he wasn't there.
What a name.
He didn't play a game. That's why.
What a name.
That's incorrect. He was on the team.
Well, Pro Football Reference.
Is it just showing people that threw a pass?
Nope.
Yeah, it's only people that threw a pass. Everybody's 1 for 1.
Let's look for it.
Yeah, but so the story with Dion was he was like just doing the sports thing like Cutler doesn't care this and that, and he was just hyping up Aaron Rodgers and morning after a tough loss I'm probably
angry.
21, 22 at the time saying some stuff I shouldn't. So this is explicit. So I literally I'll show you the guys a screenshot. I have it somewhere. Ooh, Chubb with a good run, 15 yards.
Ugh.
So I fired off my phone, thinking nothing of it because Dion's a big person. But word for word, what I told Deion Sanders was, "Get Aaron Rodgers' dick out of your mouth."
Not wrong.
And like about 5 minutes later, I got a notification that he responded to me. And he said,
Heyday of Twitter. The heyday of Twitter.
He said, "God bless you on this morning. Your mother's proud of you."
I love it. That's great.
Oh, man. Jeez.
Which she was.
All right, so Kyle Orton that season, he was 9 for 13, but he did go 15 games, 10-5. And then they took him out into the playoffs. And Grossman ruined it for us.
Ooh.
OBJ
Wow.
in the end zone.
Wow.
Called
Good for
it.
him.
Blowing up the spread. Mayfield perfect now, 5 for 5 and a touchdown.
Toady.
Ooh.
Good for him.
He
So
did.
that
He looked
happened.
good right there. I might be regretting cutting Baker Mayfield this week. Ugh.
I dropped him in the league as well.
Doesn't excite me. And this is kind of a game too where kind of maybe blows up a little bit. People go and grab him off the wire, and then next
Good
week,
route.
oh, he cuts him up.
Yep.
Jackson, he cuts him
Got
up. Well, that's their
Oh,
fault.
did he get down before the end zone?
Ooh, uh-oh. Might
He
be.
fell on his own, but
Let's see. No, the knee's across.
No,
The knee is
he's
across
good.
for
Okay,
sure.
let's see.
The knee is definitely across. The knee breaks the plane. The ball breaks the plane. It's all good. Yeah, it's all love.
pretty little play.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he had one-on-one coverage. He burned him. He just straight up burned him. You can't, it's still OBJ. Like, you can't just put him on an island. Like, did you think the Ravens were letting him drop into single coverage on Peters? No. Ooh, maybe they do bring him back? Then it slides. Yeah, it does slide. Maybe they bring him back. That would suck for OBJ owners. Sorry, guys, if they take that away from you. And Mayfield owners, too. That's shitty. I think they're going to do it.
But his helmet would have touched him. The only thing that could have touched him is his helmet.
I don't know. I don't know.
So I don't think he. I don't think he's down by contact.
I don't think he ever touched him.
We'll see. He's not looking happy. Shaking that head.
I think I'm a good lip reader. I think Odell said that's the shittiest thing that happened to him this week. Poor guy.
He likes to get shit on. Poor. What do you mean, poor guy?
And not just by defensive backs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm 2 years
No,
old.
keep them coming. Don't let it stop. TikTok commercials. This is where we've come.
Why does TikTok have...
It's commercials, man. They're
I thought
blowing
it
up.
was banned.
Hey, everyone says TikTok is corny. Gary Vee says it's free corn. Makes sense. I can dig it. Oh, great. KFC or Popeyes? Which way you going here?
KFC's or Popeyes?
KFC or Popeyes?
I can't eat any of them.
I'd say Popeyes.
Nick, if you could eat it, Jesus.
It was Popeyes.
All right. Fuck Popeyes.
Really?
Every time I get something there, it's fucking undercooked.
That sucks. I just haven't...
That sucks.
Yeah, it does. I just haven't had KFC in a very long time.
You know what's good at KFC, right? You know it's the best thing there? Motherfucking parfait.
Is it really?
Oh, parfait at KFC, baby. That's where it's at. If you go to KFC, you should get yourself a parfait.
I don't know, man. Those Popeyes biscuits, they're just...
I like KFC mashed potatoes, parfait, not their chicken.
Oh, Cam's in the chat.
What up?
He said he's got OBJ as the captain on DraftKings and Baker in the same lineup too.
You need that touchdown, sir.
Back. Dang, that sucks, Cam.
That would be rough. That would be rough.
Man.
I want to see the replay again because it looks like the only thing that might have touched him is his helmet, but even then it looks like kind of spotty.
Hey, it's the Browns. They'll take it away from him, man.
It's got to be clear though, right?
Yeah, it has to be clear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the ruling on the field is a touchdown, so they have a hard time pulling that one back. Man, my boy Kareem Hunt doesn't have a touch yet. Not going to be a good night for him, it looks like. unless they get up or something. I don't know. It's looking rough.
He's barely been on the field.
Yep, he has not. But Chubb, like we mentioned, he very well the way to attack this offense. Hopefully I get some garbage time. I'm going to need it. We'll see what happens. Man, how good Hunt is. I just don't know how you just deny that man the ball.
It's the coverage.
Could be. What team do you guys think bounces back the most this week?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Big bounce back team. We're seeing the Browns right now. They're amidst it. So I think we'll run with that theme here.
I think it's the Bucs for me.
That's a good call.
I think they just had a bad matchup week 1.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Call stands, by the way.
Yeah, I think so. There is nothing clear.
Yeah.
Shucks.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's a good one.
I feel like they're an obvious one. You know who I think might be under the radar? I say Minnesota.
I say Detroit's under the radar.
You think they can go into Lambeau? I'd love it if they went into Lambeau.
Oh, that would be great for the division.
Oh.
Bears can sneak a win out of the Giants. Parkey for number 2.
I mean, they showed a lot against the Bears. I was pretty impressed with them, to be completely honest.
Realistically, too. Swift makes the drop, but Stafford brings him down the field. Down that drive, were you not pissing your pants?
I was, but I was
because I was tinkling in this chair.
I was more pissed off because they were doing the fucking prevent defense, which never works. Like, they should have just played man when they ran out of timeouts at midfield. Mm-hmm. They did a good job at playing aggressive and playing good defense up until the 50. Because Detroit, I think, because they did a touchback, so to go 25 yards, it took them a full minute, and they burned 2 timeouts, which is lovely because you made them eat the clock.
Yep.
Had they continued that same defense and kept them in front of them,
they started hitting shit.
As soon as they started sitting back, he found Amendola for a 30-yarder, and that's when I got scared.
And that, too, he didn't catch it 30 yards downfield. He caught like a 5 or 8 yard catch
10,
and just kept going. Yeah, and just kept going because of all the space.
Yep, and that's the part. And the other thing I'm looking forward to seeing was that, it's fair. Both teams are battling injuries. Bears didn't have Quinn and Max banged up, and then, Stafford obviously didn't have any starting cornerbacks.
Galladay.
Yeah, and Galladay, right? So it'll be interesting what they do this week. I think if they have Galladay, I love their chances in Green Bay. Without him, it's just that worries me because if they take a while to start up against Green Bay, they'll be down by like 20.
I got 2 words for you. Adrian Peterson. He's going to carry the ball. He's going to go to the end zone. He's going to tear out the Packers. He's going to do it like he always does. I got you, AP. You keep doing you, man.
If there is no Galladay, I think that would be that should be their game plan. If there's no Galladay, is to hammer the ball and keep Rodgers off the field.
I could coach the Detroit Lions better than Matt Patricia. I guarantee you. I would just give the ball to AP and let Matthew Stafford do play action and just throw the ball over top.
I was trying to say what I would do to the Jets for Adam Gase, but he's just constructed the shittiest roster ever because he's also the GM.
Who does that?
Who's good on that roster?
Mekhi Becton.
They have Jamal Adams. Remember? Oh,
yeah.
Leonard Williams.
No. C.J. Mosley, COVID. Oh.
They have Kelechi Osemele, who's a good. Oh, never mind. He's on the Chiefs.
Who's
Les Bell.
Joe Flacco, Super Bowl winner.
He said he looked good in green. I did think he, I don't know. That was a weird picture.
Your week 4 Jets quarterback. Could you imagine that if Joe Flacco starts playing games for them and you know what I mean?
It would be a fall like Mariota where he got taken out. It's just kind of he's just gonna fade to the background. I think that if he gets taken over by Joe Flacco this season for sure.
The funniest thing is when all these quarterbacks. I think we talked about Rosen a couple weeks ago. Is that in college it's just so crazy how fast life comes at you because Darnold was touted as the next big thing for so long. And
big New York personality, gonna be able to handle the media, the culture. He's our guy.
He's just
stupid.
Hasn't happened. And Baker, Josh Allen. Josh Allen. I like Josh Allen. Mm. He's got his weak shortcomings, but he's been he's done a pretty good job developing. Baker had a flash. He's been down, and then the guy that went as the last pick of the first round. He's already won MVP.
Yeah,
Lamar, and they just. Why are you running to the other side? I see what. Okay.
Oh, here we go. Big holes on the kick return. Great kick return for the Bengals. Going to be starting at their own 45. Yeah, midfield here.
I was worried because he went all the way from the left all the way to the right, and I was like, that shit doesn't work out.
They heard us talking about all that missing the spread talk.
Yeah, that's a huge hole, and just using it. Good cuts. Really good cuts. Just watch this.
Maybe the Browns are warming up to being the Browns finally. Yeah. Let's see what we get here. No AJ Green. More Mixon.
It's a good field position. Browns got to get a touchdown here.
Oh, they got to get points. The Bengals got to get points on this drive. We got a long quarter left still, just starting out. Ooh, Mixon finding some space there.
That's a good first down play.
2 catches for Mixon so far.
What the hell was Joe Burrow doing 6 years ago? That bleached blonde hair.
I don't know.
He's going through some things.
Theirs is.
And a lot of people were saying, not to get off track too much, but like one of the things of the college season being just jacked up as it is, if there's another Joe Burrow out there, we're probably gonna miss him.
Yeah, probably.
Because this been like last year, this year been last year, that doesn't happen for him. You don't see how good come on.
Ooh, left side of the line.
Mixon again.
That's his 3rd catch.
That's 3rd.
I think there will be different stories that come out. There's always someone who figures out a way to make it to the next level, even though they were completely counted out.
Yep, Brandon Weeden.
Patrick Willis wasn't even recruited coming out of college, and now he's basically a Hall of Famer. Just different circumstances.
But I think it's hard, though, if you're not getting any playing time, because one of the issues Burrow had at Ohio State, he couldn't get on the field.
Well, that's Ohio State, though, right?
Yeah. Ohio State, Georgia, just 5-star quarterbacks.
I think Justin Fields is transferring or something like that.
No, I think Big Ten's gonna play actually.
Yeah,
so he's gonna play.
Did they announce that today? Can we get an update on that?
Yeah,
Big Ten is gonna play.
Yeah, they announced it. I think yesterday actually that they met. They
handful of games or
October 23rd start
for just the whole season.
Yeah, they're because usually in December.
I like that.
They end usually by most college football conferences. They end by the first week of November and then the first week of December, last week of November is when they're done. And then you have bowl season during Christmas week. So with them starting late, I think they're just going to play through December. And then they're going to have, they're going to be done in time for the votes for the college football playoffs.
Yeah, those colleges got to ante up a lot of money for protecting these kids, though.
Yeah.
A lot of cash. But, I mean, rightfully so. Like, these programs that we're talking about, they're keeping literally, the football programs at the schools you mentioned, they're going to keep all the other sports afloat. Like, literally, if you don't have football and you're a big football school, your other sports have no funding, literally.
Parts of the school don't have funding.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's just, I think they call it that.
But LSU football, they fund all sports of LSU. That's a fact. Ohio State, same thing.
I feel like this. I think Alabama funds the state.
Yeah,
I think COVID basically exposed the narrative that
Mixon, and again with the catches. Sorry,
that they exposed the narrative that these kids are going to college to get college, but no, they're going to play football and play college, on the side. Yeah. And it's really just exposing how important these colleges have made these football programs to their budget.
Pay the players.
Seriously.
Seriously. You got to pay the players at this point.
They're putting their lives at risk.
So we can get NCAA football back.
Yeah, they're putting their lives at risk.
Please. I miss the recruiting.
God, dude, I loved making Maryland a
powerhouse.
God, I love that shit. So Mixon, by the way, guys, he hit his wide open.
Nice,
my God,
nice.
Uzomah.
Yeah.
Yep. CJ Uzomah.
There's a tutty for Burrow.
Tutty for Burrow. They both are at the one. Not a running dominant game that we expected. But Bengals trying to cover the spread.
They are.
I love it.
Quick drive, by the way, by the Bengals.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Yeah,
2 minutes.
Just went right down the field.
Started at their own 45. It helps, right?
But they took advantage of that good field position.
I don't think the over's looking good tonight, fellas. I think we're going over 3 on that.
Yeah.
We'll see. We're gonna need a slow second half here, but it's they're cooking. Both teams are cooking. No defense right now. Yeah. It's a short week. I mean, typically you give the short week to the home team, but both teams look good here.
Yeah, and they're both in Ohio, so they're not really traveling anymore.
And now the Bengals are 2 for 3 on their drives. The Browns are coming up on their 3rd drive. The Browns have scored on each drive so far, so let's see what they do here.
And Bengals we should mention the Bengals did have that gaff, that missed snap play. I mean, it still would have been like 3rd and 20, but you never know.
Yeah, you don't. Mixon though, getting a ton of play behind that line.
Yep.
Mixon owners got to be real happy for this start.
We are.
You got him, huh?
I am in one of my leagues.
You got the kid, huh? Dear God, I'm just not going to score any points tonight. It's going to be a rough go.
Yep.
See what else we have here.
We got to do our DFS lineup.
Well, when would you? Oh, I'm playing against Baker too. Get out of here, Baker. Jeez, Bake. Get out of here. No. Oh, maybe it is. Yep, it is.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, because you traded him to dem boys. Whatever. Both. I don't like either of your teams really. You're starting like 3 tight ends. He's starting Mayfield
How's that
and
working
Josh
out
Allen.
for you, by the way? Starting 3 tight ends.
It's only week 1,
It's
guys.
a smaller. It's too small of a sample size right now, right?
That's just 1 week. I mean, Evan Ingram had fucking 2 catches.
Yeah, I have Evan Ingram somewhere. That wasn't great.
Cam also has Uzama in his lineup too.
Nice.
He started Hunt instead of Chubb, and that's the only thing killing me.
Yeah, I mean, Hunt could get some play here. I mean, obviously they've been feeding Chubb. I gotta imagine at some point they just include him in the game plan. I mean, some touches here or there, right? Some catches, but I don't know. Nothing so far. We'll see what we get. Chubb's been looking really good, so that's how it works. You just don't always get what you want in fantasy, guys.
That's how it rolls around here.
That's how it rolls. Where I'm starting Hunt, I'm a big underdog anyways. Whatever. It's not the greatest matchup for me.
Random question: is Frank Gore playing the Niners considered a revenge game?
No, he's played it.
He paid there like 2 decades ago, so I think the revenge is kind of settled.
I think all the players he played with retired.
Probably. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's look at his draft class. Let's see who's in his draft class. Frank Gore.
This will be fun.
This is gonna
Draft.
be fun.
This will be fun.
This will be fun. Draft class. There we go.
They're like all commentators.
All right.
Everybody's working at ESPN.
Yeah.
or Fox.
Can you guess what year he was drafted?
2005.
03.
2005. You looked at
I was
it.
looking at the screen.
Okay, so here we go. The first 5 picks. How about
Hold
that?
on, give me a second. 05.
Okay.
There's barely anyone in the league.
So I want to say first.
I like these picks though.
Is Ronnie Brown second?
Yep.
Cedric Benson is 4.
Yep.
Cadillac Williams is 6.
5th.
5th.
Who was first?
It's a good one. Still in the league. Still in the league. The first one.
Barely still in the league.
He's in the league.
It's quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Gave a clue. You gave a
Is
clue.
it Alex Smith?
Yeah.
Shit.
Barely one-legged. He says.
All right, so
yeah, Rogers was in that draft too. Yeah.
yep.
Now I remember this draft.
So let's just like go
Kyle won
through
draft too.
who's really in here. So like
Snow
Alex
Norton.
Smith, Ronnie Brown, Braylon Edwards, and Cedric Benson. Cadillac Williams. Man, I was so all over his rookie card. I had 2 of them. It was awesome. Adam Jones, Troy Williamson, Antrell Roll, Carlos Rogers, and then Mike Williams. DeMarcus Ware was in that one. Sean Merriman was in that one.
Lights out.
Yeah, that guy was crazy.
Sean Merriman.
Derek Johnson.
It's a good draft.
Let me see. Remember Matt Jones who went to Jacksonville that year? That was a
Cocaine
terrible
Cowboy,
pick.
baby.
Aaron Rodgers.
Reverse. Nope. Baker out of the
Throw it
backfield.
away.
Gets rid of it.
Terrible.
Smart.
It's good. It's good. 5 for 98 and a tutty. Nothing to kick around for Baker.
No,
Man, Heath Miller was in that draft.
dude.
That's a long way back, man. That was like the year that I got all the rookie cards.
Yeah, Rogers, Alex Smith. I like it.
Mark Clayton, remember that guy?
Ooh, he had some good years with the Ravens.
Yeah. Troy Williamson, 7. Wow.
He was fun in Madden, man. He was like 94.5, 95 speed.
He was the fastest guy in the
Yeah,
game.
I loved
Just
him.
throw him on the 9
I
route.
just kept doing slants with him.
Yeah, just do that. You'd be good.
Got a flag, intentional grounding?
Was there anybody around there?
I guess there wasn't.
He was outside, he was
Matt
outside
was
the
in the
pocket.
vicinity.
He's out of the pocket, but I
Yeah.
mean, he always needs a
What is
lesson.
Number 6.
Yeah, they're calling it on Baker.
Outside of, there's no receiver in the area? It was a screen. Who was the screen to? I thought I saw a
I don't
bat.
think it was a screen, was it?
It looked like it.
So it was a fake handoff,
It was
and then
a
they
double
fake
fake.
and then they faked the end around, and then he rolls out to the right, and there was no one there. So
the lineman moved with him, so I thought it was a screen, but maybe they were
I
just
think
fucking up.
I think the thing to do there is hit Chubb back on a catch. You know, like okay, play action to your first option,
Yeah.
second play action to the guy coming around, and then just hit your running back who just curled.
Yep.
You know. Man, no love for Hunt. Still not on the field on a 2nd and 24. I don't
Isn't
love
that
that.
him?
No,
No.
that's Chubb. I can just tell by the body size. Blocking, obviously that's what they wanted.
Yeah, I don't
OBJ
like
underneath.
that.
Well, no, I just want to get a positive gain, I guess. But
Yeah.
7-yard play there. Yeah, I don't love it. Believe me, I don't love it. Yeah, I'm playing Chubb and Baker in that matchup, so I'm already down 20. It says I'm still favored to win though. I don't have anyone going yet. I love the projections and how the bar swings back and forth.
That is pretty cool with Yahoo.
No, I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
I've always used
I lie.
ESPN.
Oh, there's my boy. There's my guy.
Ooh,
9
well,
route. 9 route. He got
basketball
linebacker on it.
linebacker.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going deep. He's not going anywhere.
Oh,
Not going to get the first down.
damn it.
Still a good play.
Very good play.
But I don't mind them kicking right now because I would still like to be able to hit the under. So
Oh, look like you're going.
dude just moved it back like 4 yards. The ball. Landry puts it down. The dude's like, no, back here.
We're an honorable man.
That is not a first down though. Yeah.
No. I don't know, man.
Was that Landry on that play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good catch. So right now, Mixon leading the Bengals, 4 catches, 40 yards, solid. Uzama, 2 for 31, tutty, solid. Tyler Boyd, 2 for 18. AJ Green, just that 1 for 8 off of that ball to the chest.
Yep.
OBJ, 2 for 50. Landry, 2 for 25. OBJ has the touchdown as well. Obviously, we got to note that. Uzama had the touchdown as well. Landry, 2 for 25. Hooper, 1 for 11. And Chubb, 1 for 9. Flag on the play at the Bengals 24. Wait, or maybe back at the Cleveland 34? I don't know.
I think it was a block in the back on the Bengals. So that's what the hand signal looked like.
Let's see what we got.
Bengals.
Just on the return?
Yep.
Okay, so we're good. Knock that off of the return. Bengals going to back up a little bit. What are you doing there, guy? The play is gone.
He's the long snapper.
The play is gone, 59. Grow up.
Unbelievable.
Like,
Cut.
Those are those stupid plays.
he's
man.
going to sit down. They're gonna bench that dude some snaps, that's for sure.
That's just stupid, man.
Baker, 7 for 8. The kid, 12 for 15. Burrow at 110 passing yards and a touchdown. Mayfield at 7 for 8 and 121. So both are looking good to hit their props. Both looking good to hit the over. No defense tonight. Literally, like, none. Like, I mean, I know the Bengals are bad at defense, but they were able to do some damage to the Chargers last week. Able to hold them.
Is that Bernard?
That was Mixon.
He's been heavily involved.
Yeah, the catches are where it's at, right? So he's got 73 yards total, but only 23 rushing. 7 for 23. Props not looking great. The props not looking great.
Just 71.5, right?
Yeah.
Let's see where he ends up at this drive.
He's got time to finish with like another 25 this half.
If he gets to 35, right?
Well, they're going to get the ball back probably one more time too, so we'll see what happens.
See how this drive goes.
This is a 5-yard gain. It's good. They got a lot of field to go, so he could easily
7 for 24.
he could easily do some damage on this drive here.
There we go.
There it is. There it is.
There we go.
There it is,
That's all
Mix.
he needed to get. Now he's on pace for 71. Oh fuck! Great.
And a flag. Flag on the field.
Cincinnati.
Football gods heard us laughing. They're like, "Oh, you thought?"
Oh, you thought so, huh? Believe me, that's what they had. That's what they did to Joe Burrow last week and AJ Green.
Offense. God damn it.
Burrow 2 rushing attempts for 7 yards. Mayfield 1 for 8. Mind you, if he loses yards by the line of scrimmage,
What does the QB Neal count as?
oh, it counts as negative rush yards.
That was the famous thing from the Super Bowl, right? Patrick Mahomes. He lost like 50 yards. 3 kneels.
Hope he didn't have props on him that night. 2nd and 13 for the Bengals. Penalty not producing positive ROI there. Bringing it back. Wasn't sure of the call. Mixon in motion. No one back there with Burrow. Going to make a deep pass here. Looking for AJ Green over the top.
Hold.
Coverage is blanketed. Ward was all over him. One of the better corners in the league. Still going to be a rough night for AJ.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been a time to try to get something underneath to make their down more manageable.
Yep. I would have liked that as well.
Yeah.
Perhaps another pass to Mixon rolling out there. Getting blocked there on Twitter, Nick?
No. I never get blocked on Twitter.
You're not disrespecting Deion Sanders?
No.
Who does that?
Who does that? Mixon to the line of scrimmage. No one back there with Burrow.
Joey B.
Set Hut. Delivers a screen, to Bernard.
My God, no blocking at all.
Yeah, and they're punting right away. I mean, they gave up that drive, I feel, after that penalty. I don't love that play call.
The second down play I didn't like at all. That's the play I think they should have done on
Yeah, flip it.
on second.
Flip that.
Cut it down to, second and 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7.
They're going to be looking for you to, get a nice little check down play on 3rd down because you're a little bit closer and you can go over the top.
Yep.
Realistically, are the Bears going to get it done this week? I mean, I'm talking 4 quarters. The Giants did not look good up against the Steelers, but for a little bit, they were, shutting Big Ben down.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think Mitch? I mean, Mitch is the starter still.
Yeah, I think this week I'm hoping he carries his momentum in. This is one of the big complaints with him is that you haven't seen him do it consistently. The Giants' defense isn't good. They have weaknesses all over the place. Their offensive line is still a joke. So I think what I'm hoping for the Bears this week is if Robert Quinn's playing on Sunday, which it looks like he's tracking to do, their pass rush should be a lot better. So I think between him, Mack, and Hicks, and then blitzing the linebackers would be good. My worry is, with Eddie Goldman, he was sat out this year for COVID. He's their nose tackle, one of the best in the game. I think his presence was pretty obviously missed, like with the Lions running it down their throats. The difference is, if they play the same way they did last week, it's not going to be 10, 20-yard runs. It's going to be 80-yard touchdowns with Barkley. So I'm hoping they shore up a little bit more.
So let's say Quinn comes back. Mac's feeling a little bit better. Defense is, we'll say, rebounded. I mean, Barkley coming off a game with, 7 rushing yards, 6 rushing yards?
Yeah.
Okay, is Barkley going to get it done again, or is he going to be jumping over Jalen Johnson and company?
No, I don't see their line. Their line is very disappointing. Sorry, I may interrupt here.
No.
But their offensive line was terrible. Like, it wasn't all Barkley's fault that he got only 6 yards. Like, there was a massive penetration through the line, and he just had nowhere to go. So I'm not really hopeful for it.
No, I think he's going to definitely do better. I think the Steelers have a very, very good defense, so I think he'll definitely get more than 6 yards. But unless he breaks one, I don't think he'll dominate the game by any means. And I think the Bears are going to try to make Daniel Jones beat him. He made some questionable decisions last week. He's known to fumble. He threw some bad passes.
To that interception to Watt, did not like that one.
No, and they just very bad decision making. And I think the Bears corners match up really well with Slayton and Shepard. I'll take Kyle Fuller all day. And I like Jalen Johnson. Ingram, I'm comfortable with Roquan on him. So I like the matchups, and I feel like Eddie Jackson's due for a big game. So I think the Bears at home should be able to take care of business.
Yeah, that's where I was just going to put the cherry on top. Is they're coming home. They had that big win on the road. I think they get a little bit more momentum, and I do think they top off with a 2-0 start to the year.
Little prediction for me: Allen Robinson, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I mean, you were talking about it about Nagy, wide receiver whisperer, whatever they talked about. It's better. We're good. We're okay. No more trade talk.
I think he just gave him the faith that you're gonna get your money.
And we're giving you 20 targets this week.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get paid.
If Mitch doesn't give you all of your targets and he doesn't complete all of them, we're bringing in Foles and we're overloading your side of the field.
I think I don't know if the number is going to be higher, but I think the quality is going to be better. He's not going to be getting force plays. I think if Miller continues to step up and Graham can be decent, he's going to have more one-on-one options. So he's going to have more catchable balls.
That diving catch in the middle of the field, pay the man.
Pay him, man.
Pay the man. It was beautiful, that play, and realistically, it's what set us up.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's what kept the drive alive. Baker on 1st and 10. Man, Chubb in the backfield again. No love for my boy Hunt. Really just seems like he got more play last week in garbage time, being down up against the Ravens, not having that same upside.
Well, that's a good sign for Hunt, though. If it's a long yardage situation, they have to bring him in.
I hope so. Chubb just lost some yards there, but Baker's been looking good, 7 for 8. So really, that's what I hope. They can get him on the field, complete some passes to him. He's only ran a few routes here, and he's just doing nothing in this first half. So I'm not feeling good. Not feeling good about it. Total yards, Browns 168, Bengals 127. Not bad, not bad. Ooh, no rushing. All passing and no defense tonight. It's crazy. It's not what you would have expected, in my opinion, coming into this game with all these running backs, Mixon, Chubb, Hunt, the poor quarterback play from last week from both of these guys.
Come on, something short, all day.
Yep.
There you go.
OBJ with a flag on the field.
That's on Cincy.
Looks like it's going on Cincy. You're right.
Give him some blocks.
You're right.
Ooh, nice stiff arm.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
Nice stiff arm. That's got to be on Cincy.
See what we get here. It was 2nd and 12. Hooper looks like he was calling for the penalty.
Yeah, it looks like he got hit.
May have been interfered with or
hit
in the back. We'll see here in a second.
Yeah, the penalty looked to be around where Hooper was. I thought for a second it might be on the Browns' offensive line because Baker had all day.
It's where the flag. It's where the flag was thrown. It's where the flag was
thrown.
He
was a little too clean.
They denied the penalty, so it's good. They declined the penalty, so that's a
nice little stiff run by Odell, though.
Yeah, it was solid. 18-yard gain.
Have you guys been more impressed with Joe Burrow so far or Dwayne Haskins?
Joe Burrow. Dwayne Haskins had a whole other year.
Yeah, and that's the
whole year.
And that's the part that it's weird. You think the guy that had more time, but I just.
It's a very interesting question at this point, But I mean, Joe Burrow is not going to be caught taking selfies after wins, so.
Well, he hasn't won yet. We'll see.
I have hope that he's at least probably gonna grab a cigar.
You mean take a selfie while they need you to take a kneel down?
Yeah, remember that crap? Unbelievable.
I got half a point. I got a tackle assist. Give me the full tackle, please. I would prefer the full tackle, please. So rough. So rough. You sign up to torture yourself, guys, with fantasy football. That's what you sign up for. It's not made. Not everyone is made for it.
No, it's
Hunt on the field.
Oh.
Not going to catch the ball. Going up top.
Holding.
I don't
how do
know.
you not call that?
I was looking for a push more likely from the
No.
defense.
You see him hold the shirt though?
Yeah, dude, that's bad. That's you see the jersey getting pulled like that.
That's
I don't know how
horrible.
you call it.
Let's see it. Let's see
It's
it.
bad, man. And the ref's looking right at him. I don't know what he's doing.
That's a drag.
But watch.
Yep, right there. Yep.
That's-
No, you're right.
Ref's looking right at him too.
Yep.
Like that's catchable ball. Yeah.
Oh, that's a penalty.
Dude, he might
The
have
ref didn't want OBJ to touch his flag. He's like, nah, man, we got to keep this stuff clean.
That guy, he was grabbing me, but you didn't do anything.
Odell says that was a shitty call. Odell says he knows shit when he sees it.
How did I get... Oh, okay. Kareem Hunt, 6-yard rush.
There you go.
I was like, where did this...
Where does the point come from?
Yeah, where did this point come from?
Not that I'm complaining.
Yeah, exactly. And he got tackled by my other guy. This is amazing.
Do that play over again.
We
In a row, 3 times.
We call that the offense-defense stack.
I do. I that's not a strategy I don't use.
My brother agrees. He said he grabbed his jersey, bro. We all saw it, but apparently the ref, who was looking directly at him.
I said the same thing last week about AJ Green and Hayward. Like, the ref was literally right there. He was right there.
Baker.
Uh-oh, Bakes. Throw to Hunt. Throw to Hunt. Throw to Hunt.
You just throw it to anybody, man.
Throw it to Hunt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he had Hunt and Hooper open for days.
We got 2:50 left in the half. We're gonna be shutting it down at the half here, so we're gonna be clocking it here in a little bit, coming down to the 2-minute warning.
This game's been a little bit more exciting than I thought it was going to be.
It is.
They have scored.
I mean, obviously, all three of us. We were on the under, thinking a little bit low-scoring game. Like you said, both teams last week combined for 19 points. Not great. Right now, we're at 24. So you're looking at a game total of 48. So we're gonna need some slower pace here. But the Browns are looking like they're gonna score.
Yeah, something.
Chubb back on the field. Carry, 2nd and 1. He gets it.
He wanted it.
He gets it. Oh, he is a dog. Those legs are fucking strong, man.
Look, even the ref was impressed. He's like, I'm gonna help you up.
I think my boy Bynes got another tackle, so we're good. Look at this. We're tied at half. Garbage. Hot garbage. Dude, it was so rough on Monday night, guys. I was sitting there. My eyes were so heavy. Yeah. It's the start of the 4th quarter. I have a lead in 2 leagues, and you just start seeing, like, the signs. Like, oh, this isn't good. Like, I'm nearly there. I'm nearly there. Oh, no, it's happening. Oh, no, it's happening. Oh, there it is. Melvin Gordon touchdown. Oh, Jonnu Smith touchdown. God damn it. Jonnu Smith, you disappeared. Ferks are stealing your touches. Like, everything's going great, and then it's just all it takes, guys. It's like one play can blow up your day.
It really can.
I lost 2 games by a total of 7 points.
Speaking of Monday night, how do you guys feel about those doubleheaders?
No.
Hate.
No.
No. I'm a Blackhawks fan, all right? The Bears don't play at 8:20 at night, 9:20 at night, right?
Yeah.
The Blackhawks are playing 10:20 games East Coast time, okay? I'm done with that.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Hard.
It's so fucking hard.
And I love the concept of the doubleheaders, but like, dude, like I just.
And it's not like you can start it earlier. Like you can't start. Yeah.
You can't start one at 4.
If you're gonna do a doubleheader, you gotta have elite teams. Like the last game was Giants Tennessee. Like that's not really an elite game. Like I want to see like.
It was
Tennessee Broncos.
Tennessee Broncos.
Oh.
But yeah, Tannehill versus Locke, and then you got not Barkley. Sorry, Danny Dumbbells versus Big Ben and Steelers. Like I think we expected more from that game.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Barkley in particular, right? No, I did not like the doubleheader. After the Jonnu Smith touchdown, I only lasted a couple more minutes because it's just not going to happen. The game flow is not going to get me, the touches to the guys that I needed. It just wasn't going to happen. So it happens. That's life in the NFL and in fantasy sports. So, but that's why we're here, guys, to take it to the Hizzy, to back you up. Don't pretend like you don't need it. Oh, what happened? check in on my props here. How we're looking. Gonna need some help with the Baker love. I'm gonna need Nick Chubb and company to start helping out. Bengals looking good to cover the spread. Hunt need a couple more catches. He's got one, so we need three.
How many more does he need?
Three more. AJ Green needs 4 more. Baker needs to slow down the passing a little bit. And yeah, I mean, I can still hit these. I think AJ Green, if the Bengals are still even behind, just to score, even just 3 points. I think he gets them up the field in their fourth quarter.
For Baker, I think what you would want is actually the Browns to score a touchdown here. So in the second half, it's a slower.
Yeah, I mean,
Browns get the ball first in the second half. So you want them hopefully coming out running if they're up by 11.
Hopefully, yeah. But if that's the case, then I'm losing the Bengals on the spread. So
yeah.
we'll see what happens here. I would hope that the Bengals can hold them to a field goal here, if anything. Handoff to Chubb. Looks like he's going nowhere. It's just a bad handoff.
Yeah, I don't like the handoff.
They blew up. He got a yard somehow.
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb.
The man's powerful. Let's check out his line right now. He is at
Today's the
11 for 49 and a touchdown. 13.
This is, guys, today's the NFL's birthday. They've had a 100 birthday, 467 coaches, 460 of them for the Browns.
78 franchises in 60 cities. Got to help me out with that one.
They have like the Canton Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Got to help me out with that one.
There's a lot of teams that you're just like.
Canton's off the list now.
The Decatur, like, I think it was the Decatur Bears before the Chicago.
Decatur Staleys.
There you go.
The Staleys.
Yeah.
That's
I remember I went at that when Deuce Staley was around. So I was like, oh, there's the Staleys.
You won't play for them.
That was actually a fun fact. It was a nice little tour for Sarah took me to Soldier Field for a stadium tour on my birthday a couple years ago.
Nice.
Really, really cool.
They'll have as many fans there this weekend.
That was a good route.
Hodge.
Yep.
Kaderl Hodge, third wide receiver for the Browns. A name you guys need to get familiar with if one of these guys gets hurt.
Especially even now, he's got a couple catches already.
I think he has more than or as many as Landry.
Yep.
So let's see. Landry is still 2 for 25. Hodge 2 for 39. So actually out touching and out producing Landry thus far. But Landry came into this game banged up. Like it's a short week. They're not going to overuse him if they don't need to. They're playing with a lead right now. It looks like they're going to score another touchdown.
See Hooper.
I got some run here.
Chubb.
Got some run for Chubb.
Okay.
I mean, Chubb's been owning that line. I can't imagine Hunt getting a goal line touch.
No.
Maybe a pitch.
Shovel.
I don't know. We'll see.
Bengals call a timeout. They're trying to get the ball back with some time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1:43 left on the clock. They still got a timeout left. Second down, why not? They can get the ball with at least 50 seconds left for sure.
Was there anybody during week 1 that you were just like absolutely disappointed in?
Those names on the screen.
Well, besides like injury, like
okay,
they're healthy, they played, but they just.
So I think it's like Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler. I mean, Eckler did okay.
Eckler killed me.
Like Eckler had like 80 rushing yards, but the catches, like that's what you want to see.
Yeah.
And the lack of efficiency from Allen. Go ahead.
I was gonna say taking out injuries. I'd say Barkley and Ingram.
Yeah.
They killed me. I mean, Ingram 2 catches for 9 yards. Like that's.
We're talking why did I just blink? Mark Ingram?
No, Evan Ingram.
Oh, sorry.
Evan Ingram, yeah. And Saquon Barkley. I mean, he made up for it with his receptions with 6 for 6, but that was not something I expected to see.
I had both Ingrams blank on me, so I had Mark Ingram and Evan Ingram blank on me. So.
Yeah.
But I still believe in Mark Ingram. Like, we were talking about, preseason with like the Saints and some of these other teams and how they're just handling things. In that game, did they need Mark Ingram to be Mark Ingram?
No, and that's the thing with the Ravens.
I still have some faith in him.
Last year they ran for 3,000 yards. They're gonna pound the ball. This is just week 1.
Yeah, and you got to take the week 1 with a grain of salt, right? Again, no preseason. We're just getting eyes on players for the first time, and actual football. It's gonna be a weird year.
I think week 4 and 5 is where you're gonna really start to see who's who.
Kareem Hunt on the field.
He is 3rd down.
Oh dear goodness! Get Justin a tutty. Go to the corner. Go to the corner. Go!
Wide open.
Let's go! Let's go!
Wow. Wide open.
Baker does hit his touchdown prop. I'm glad I stayed away right there. But Kareem Hunt gets me my pay. Well, not my payday. Gets me my tutty. Pay dirt, baby. And we're 2 catches away from hitting the total.
Yep.
I like my reaction. That's nice.
Real time.
Checking out the chat. I love the chip right here though. He runs through the chip.
A really good play fake.
And Chubb, Kareem Hunt. And OBJ. Stars getting their tutties tonight.
Yep.
What happened to the feed?
Shocking.
I saw it go down.
I think it just refreshed.
Okay, I feel you. Man, feeling bad for not starting Baker tonight, though. I had him right there. I could have started him up against Cincinnati.
All right.
I got Phillip Rivers there. Hopefully he can do it for me if I decide to pull a trigger.
John Reed's got a question.
What up, John?
Keeper League, 0.5 PPR question. Do I trade David Johnson in my next year's first-round draft pick for Miles Sanders?
Wow. I mean, it seems nice in theory, but
Sounds
first
nice now.
but first round pick, I don't know the value of that in your league, Like I don't know what's there for you in the first round because these keeper leagues and dynasty leagues, they're all very different. Like in my keeper league, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that in mine because I only get to keep 2 players. But if this is a situation where you get to keep like 4, 5, 6 guys.
Dynasty is usually the case where it's a lot of people.
Yeah, if you get to keep a lot of players, maybe that's not so bad. But we're talking about Miles Sanders right now, not looking that great. Like he's practicing in full, but he was banged up. You're giving away draft capital right there,
and a running back,
and a running back.
So I would be hesitant to do that just because if Sanders is healthy, I'd probably do it just because of his age. But it's a hammy, and those are those injuries that linger. Those and high ankle sprains, that's just gonna linger. I wouldn't be comfortable doing it.
Yeah, I feel like week 1 too. Like I don't know, did you have a really bad week 1, John? Like are you just like fuck this year, fuck 2020? I scored the second highest points in the league, but I played the guy with the highest. And it happens.
Yeah,
that happens to everybody. I played the guy with the highest amount of points. I didn't score the second highest, but I mean,
that happened to me in a season.
I wasn't gonna win. You just know.
That happened to me in a league about 4 years ago, and I think I had scored 300 more than the next person, but it was a stretch for about 3 weeks where I kept playing the person who scored more.
Oh my
So I
god!
was losing games. It was like a single flex PPR league. I was losing games like 145 to 147. And like
Hashtag fantasy, like that's the
it's
life.
just-
That's the life.
And like everybody was praying that I didn't make the playoffs because my team. This was I think I had my core players were this was Brady, Gronk, Odell, and I think Matt Forte. So like those 4 alone were dropping like 100. But I had horrible luck and I just
That's how it goes.
it happens.
That's
man.
how it goes.
I've seen it happen.
John Reed says it was 12-team league, and we get to keep 4 players.
I mean, if you're keeping 4, who else are you keeping, John? Let's hear it. Because if you're then you're keeping Miles Sanders. You're keeping Miles Sanders. Who else?
Yeah, obviously if you're trading for.
Who are you keeping Miles Sanders with? And what's going to be available at your first round pick? Is it really good tight ends or is it actual running backs? Because 4 keepers, that's a lot. That means that 12 teams, that's 48 players. The top 50 players are gone.
Yep.
Maybe your first round pick isn't worth it.
That's
You know what I mean?
Good point.
That's true.
That's what I mean. Like the more keepers there are, the more likely I would do that trade. So 4, I don't think is bad. I think you could potentially do that trade, but man, is the guy going to accept it? I don't know. We'll see. All right, so we got 1:30 left. The Bengals are down by 11. Would love them to put up a field goal at least. I grabbed 7 points. I grabbed the extra point, so that looks like I'm going to need. That's going to help hopefully tonight if the Bengals can get it together. But offenses look great for both sides, so I feel confident that the Bengals can chase some points here. I think we're looking at some more Joe Mixon catches. Maybe get some live numbers on this game because we're going to be shutting down the feed here soon, guys. Thank you for coming and riding with us tonight.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you a lot, guys.
But we're gonna be wrapping it up here soon. But let's jump in, just get like a live update on like the over, see where they're at, what the book is feeling on this one.
So just to do a quick game check, 90 seconds for Joe Burrow, and he's got a timeout.
Yeah, no running back there. I think he's gonna be. I think this is AJ Green time. Give me some AJ Green catches.
Good route.
Boyd,
Easy
out of bounds. I like it.
I like that.
They did that very, very well last week, the Bengals. Moving up the field, limited time, getting Burrow into position, and his guys were getting out of bounds consistently.
That's a damn good play to start off that drive with.
Absolutely.
He's 5 seconds, got 11 yards, out of bounds, keep it going. He's very efficient to start out with. He's already got 14 completions, 14 of 18.
It's not bad. It's not
Not
bad.
at
A lot of close stuff, right? Not a lot of deep shots, taking a lot of liberties. He's taken some deep shots. That
not coming down
AJ Green catch would have been sick.
Yeah.
But just wasn't there for him. Was not there for him. Where's the? Thank you. I was looking for the book here. Looking for live betting. All right, Burrow under center does have a running back there for blocking. Hits.
Uzomah. Yeah.
Looks like Uzama, but the clock's going to run here.
Yeah,
Minute
have to hurry it
19.
up.
They might need to call a timeout on this one. They're only on their 40. Looks like they're going to run it.
They might save it. Yeah, I think they might save it for a little bit under.
So right now the total for this game is at 54.5. They are not feeling. They're not feeling the 44.5 right now.
Oh,
Oh, I think that was
That's
a pass.
grounding. That's grounding. Let's grab
It might be a
pass.
penalty.
That's gonna be a penalty.
for roughing the passer because he went for his legs.
Okay, I didn't see that, but that would be a good call if you got that, Nick. Right now the spread's 10.5. I don't like the Browns at 10.5. I like the Bengals plus 10.5.
Oh yeah, give me that all day.
They can easily get another field goal. I'm not gonna touch that.
Well,
Look,
that's
see?
holding.
But he went at his legs.
Oh, leg
the-
whip. I don't know.
That-
is
that-
it offsetting?
It might be. That's what I was just
Yeah,
about to
that
say.
could
Is because
offset
there's
it.
the hold and then there's the leg roll.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't look like he's like diving at it as much as like there's a extra roll there.
Watch this guy's leg.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't.
To me, it's the extra. It's that player's
He
leg.
calls it. He didn't call the holding.
Well, let's see where
Well,
we're at. I don't know the field position because they haven't pulled it up yet.
I
but-
think it's 1st and 10.
No, they
It was
came
second and
back.
fourth.
They came back. They came backwards. They were at the
What is
40.
it? Yeah.
I don't know. They won't show us the down and distance. Rolling out. Burrow. He's got time.
Oh,
Nice catch. That was a nice play.
Ochocinco T. Higgins.
T. Higgins. First catch of the game.
That was a damn good play. On the run. They got a lot of yardage too right there.
Cuts back. That's a very nice play.
Quarterback, help your quarterback at the 50.
And through two defenders. I like it.
On the run.
Look at those eyes. Do you see fear in those eyes? I don't.
No, I do not.
It looks like a better throw than Mayfield, too, out of the pocket, just saying.
Got to the 50. So nice little 20-yard chunk play.
Yeah, we got 56 seconds and a timeout. Fake the blitz by the Browns. Rolling out again.
pick it up.
Steps up.
Good deep play.
Good play
Denzel
overall.
Ward with the hands and the pass deflection.
Damn good corner.
Hot corner for sure. Hot corner for sure.
You know who really disappointed me last week? Boston Scott. He was
Boston Scott?
He was supposed to do something.
Everyone was really high on him. But I think that comes with the offensive line play, right? Like, they couldn't get
Yeah.
anybody going. They couldn't.
Yeah.
You know, Wentz was on his ass
Just
half the
goes to
time.
prove it. I mean, unless not all backup running backs are going to produce. As you think. Oh, come
Oof.
on. John Ross.
More
not paying
effort. Come on,
attention.
man. What the hell?
It's just, I don't know what he's doing, man. I just never was a fan of Ross.
Couldn't stay healthy last year. Thought last year was going to be a big, big year for him, but he couldn't stay healthy.
John Reed's keepers would be Dalvin Cook, Devontae Adams, and A.J. Brown. He does have J.K. Dobbins and Zach Moss as well. I would say
Go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Don't bank on what you're going to get from Moss or what you're going to get from Dobbins this year. Go out and get a guy like Miles Sanders who's already proven he can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Fire it up, John. I like it. I don't hate it. I think that the first round, I just feel
I'd
like
probably do it.
I feel like you can get equal talent in your second round pick in that space, you know? And if you pick at the end of that first round, like if you do well this year with Sanders and you pick at the end of that first round, like you're giving up like what, a couple of spots? Like you'll be fine. And in 12 team 2, I feel like even with the top 48, you're going to be able to find somebody there, you know, that just, you know, slips through the cracks on a keeper. Because the 4 keepers too, right? Like not everybody can make it to the list. So maybe see some of those like rookie tight ends that like could take off like in their sophomore years, or I don't know, rookie running backs that look like they're in line for better work in year 2. Obviously, we're gonna have a big free agency this summer with all the running backs going to be available. So see what happens. I don't hate that value. I think you'll be just fine. Myles Garrett on the offside call, going to be moving the chains for the Bengals. I don't hate that. I just want his value to go up so I.
He's doing better than previous Cincinnati Bengals quarterbacks that have come in, so I got hope. for
AJ
him.
Green trying to hit that prop for me. Trying to hit that prop.
Timeout. Just call timeout right there, yeah.
Honestly, I thought AJ Green just tore his knee there, but you know,
Hey, we thought that in the first play of the game, brother.
No, that play looked nasty, though. Watch his head. Looks really nasty.
I'm waiting for it.
here it comes.
Okay, I thought he
Yeah,
hit.
it's not as bad as I
he
thought.
hit his thigh. I thought he hit his knee.
I don't know. That's some good contact by the safety coming in for sure still. I mean, that could do some damage. He's on the sideline. I'm not saying he's hurt, but like AJ Green, like I mentioned this at the top of the show, you know, only recorded 66% of the snap count for the Bengals last week. Third highest for the receivers for the Bengals. They're easing him back in. You don't need to overload this guy on run plays or we got the frozen TV here, or just in situations where, you know, he's just not going to be featured. You know, keep him on the sideline. Put the over-under for his season-long game total at 5.5, so he's moving right along here. We got a frozen television over here, and it's kind of pissing me off. I got 37 seconds on the clock here, and I don't know what's going on. It's making me unhappy. We're going to use the words I'm going to use. What the hell? All right. Honey, did you turn off the internet? Come on. Yeah, just no go. Oh, there. Dabby. Come on. There we go. Jim on. We just missed one play. Missed one play. Second and 10. 30 seconds left. We got a choppy screen here. Burrow delivers. Incomplete. Ooh. Looking for Green again. Green coming up, not limping. That's good. What the fuck? First internet problems we had all night with the stream. Killing me. Looks like we'll be good to finish it out here. Going to be bringing up third down. Burrow eyeing him down the whole way. Don't like that. No. Was looking for his guy right out of the snap.
Contested catch.
Contested over the top of him. Yeah. But he's challenging Ward a lot, and I think if you're a Burrow fan or a Burrow owner, you gotta appreciate that. You know, he's not hiding from the top talent, and he does still have Landry, or Boyd. I'm sorry, he has Boyd underneath. Getting confused with the two teams here. Here we go. That was a strike.
That it was. You gotta spike it now.
What the fuck is going on with this TV? It's like going frame for frame on us.
Yeah.
They spike the ball 12 seconds. They're probably going to be pulling up a field goal here, so I think we can.
I think you can take one shot into the end zone.
Stop it. Yeah. Stop it. Remember? Smart.
You guys know me. I'm all about the points, man.
Hey, I want the points too.
I think you can take one shot into the end zone on a jump ball.
If someone comes down with it, it's a half, not game.
Yeah.
So let's see what we get here. Oh, they're gonna take a shot.
12 seconds is a lot. It's got to go into the end zone though. It's got to go into the end zone.
I was trying to see this drive stat for Burrow, but it wasn't.
5 for 10 for 55.
Okay, I couldn't. That's why I couldn't see the first number.
Surprised he's thrown 10 passes in like a minute, but our Browns saw the look they're putting out. They're calling timeout.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
To the Hizzy.
That's where we're at. That's where we go. That's where we stay. Come ride with us. I'm gonna roll through this here real quick.
Yep.
So yeah, closing out the show here, guys. We got 12 seconds left on the clock. Just gonna run through our partnership with the Thrive Fantasy app really quick. Thrive Fantasy is a daily fantasy sports app for player props. They have eliminated the need to do countless hours of research because they only ask you about the top tier athletes in a respective sport. Each prop has a fantasy point total associated with the over or under based on its likelihood to occur. The more points the selection is worth, the riskier it is.
Use promo code to the Hizzy when you sign up today, and you'll receive an instant $20 bonus on your first deposit of $20 or more. You can download Thrive Fantasy on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, or by visiting their website www.thrivefantasy.com. Sign up and hashtag prop up today.
Burrow, and that took a shot to the end zone, almost an interception. Was that Terrence Mitchell?
Yeah.
Terrence Mitchell almost came up.
Oh no, it's Terrence Smith that was replacement. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just what happened here?
Just a bad throw. I don't think it's a great throw by Burrow. It's underthrown. Yeah. Green's going to the corner. Mitchell cuts underneath, and he should have had an interception there. Just knocks it down, which is kind of silly because you need to be going all in for that interception to save a field goal here.
Yeah.
Bullock coming up for his second kick. Well, no, third actually after the miss last week. Third kick since last week. Second field goal, and it's up and it's good. Bullock's leg is not dead. That's not quite the half. We got 2 seconds, so we're going to be here for just a little bit longer here as the Browns kick off. Anything you guys want to close it down with? Any extra picks for the week?
I'll have my article dropping tomorrow morning for my 5 best bets. I know you degenerates are going to be keen to look into that. Got a couple of underdog plays I really like for the week, and then some favorites that I think you can comfortably cash your bets on.
Michael Mahoney asks, start 2, sit 1. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Josh Allen.
One more time. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Josh Allen. Start 2, sit 1. So Rodgers up against Detroit. I like that. Yep. Wilson, who's his opponent this week? Patriots. Yeah. Patriots. So really it's between Russ Wilson over Josh Allen all day. Russ Wilson is setting the standard of the position. I can't bench him. I got to go with the top heavy hitters in Wilson and Rodgers.
You guys were too eager to help. Mike's one of my buddies. This is for the league we're in together. It's a 2 QB league.
Sorry, bud.
Mike, you should pick up Mitch on waivers.
Oh! Gonna be a big week. They're kicking it into the end zone here, so we're gonna get one play. One play.
Yeah.
They're going to get one play. Baker's going to take a shot here. Maybe I get an extra little garbage time. Kareem Hunt, a little sprinkle on the half, little catch for 5 yards maybe. Yeah. Thought he was going to go for $1 billion, but it doesn't.
He's gonna need it. Oh, shit.
Oh, no!
There goes the yardage prop.
No! He won't run again the entire game.
He probably won't.
No, he's not kneeing it. They didn't let it go into the end zone so they could knee it.
Yeah, they did. Look at it.
Oh, my God. They put it in the end zone to knee it. They're not watching any Chiefs games whatsoever. Well, that's the Hizzy, guys. Baker takes a knee, and he's back under the yardage prop for the rushing. Sorry. That's minus 2 yards. He's at 6. He's going to need another 1.5. Another knee is really going to hurt the prop. Take a quick look at where we're looking here. With we have the box score pulled up.
Yeah, right here.
Pull up the box score really quick. If you want to give it a quick little once over here, and we'll close it down.
1 second. Here it is. All right. So, Cincinnati, Joe Burrow is 18 for 28 with 169 yards and a touchdown. He was sacked twice. Joe Mixon, 8 carries, 26 yards, no touchdown. Joe Burrow also 2 carries for 7 yards. Receiving, Joe Mixon leads with 4 receptions, 40 yards. C.J. Uzma, 3 receptions, 37 yards, 1 touchdown. Tower Boyd, 3 receptions, 28 yards. T. Higgins, 1 for 18. Mike Thomas, 2 for 17. A.J. Green, 2 for 14 with 7 targets. That's a lot.
7 targets. Denzel Ward effect. Sorry, guys.
Yep. So Cleveland passing. Baker is 11 for 14. 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. Wow, what a half. No sacks. Nick Chubb, 12 carries for 52 yards and a touchdown.
Not bad.
Baker Mayfield, 2 for 7. And Kareem Hunt is 1 for 6. Odell Beckham, 3 receptions for 68 yards, 1 touchdown on 4 targets. Hodge is 2 receptions for 39 yards. Jarvis Landry, 2 for 25. Kareem Hunt, 2 for 15. Austin Hooper, 1 for 11.
Nice.
Nick Chubb, 1 for 9.
Nice. So does Burrow hit the rushing prop in the second half? You guys are all locked into the over on Burrow.
Yeah, how many yards is he at now?
7. He's got 20 to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see what happens. Let's make a dollar holler on that one.
Dollar holler for
All right.
sure.
Dollar holler on that one. All right, guys. This was Take It to the Hizzy, TITTH number 45. I'm your host, Justin Bruni. It was a pleasure riding with you guys. Say peace out, guys.
Thank you for watching,
Peace out, guys. See ya.
All right. Take care. Be well. We will be back live Sunday. What are we doing? 11:20, 11 o'clock?
Something like that.
Yeah, we'll post it. You guys will hear from us. We'll get it out there, and we'll be with you through the first set of games, through the 1 o'clock games, and then we'll be back for Monday night. You back for next Thursday, Imran?
You know it,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Take care. Be well. We'll see you.